to bring us all up to speed for a bit of inspiration.
We made it to Karakara, Party Town. Woo! We met Dom's parents. They seem pretty chill. We all went out on the town. Merv discovered that one of the coins acquired from the cockatrice nest, in fact, summons a particular demon who is pretty chill, willing
Can't remember
to.
what his fucking name is. Oh no. I'm a terrible friend.
I
Would you
would
like it?
judge you, but I also can't
Yes, please.
remember.
Barnaby.
Barnaby.
Barnaby, hell
I
yeah.
kept wanting to say Buddy, and I knew that was not it.
I kept thinking Benny.
Just in case anyone was curious where my focus is during games, 75% of my notes are about Barnaby.
It's good.
Beanie
It's
Barnaby.
good.
Can he have two names?
You can take it away with Barnaby notes because I think that's pretty much all I got. Is the high level we made it to Karakara.
Yeah.
I know we did something before making it to Karakara, but I'm genuinely drawing a blank. Oh
it
my
was the
god.
dreams. Yeah.
That's what it was. We had nightmares.
Nightmares.
Where we
yeah.
all saw a particular well, most of us rather saw a particular house in a tree.
At the
Everybody
base of the
except
tree,
for
I should say.
yeah, that's true, but built into the tree.
Mhm.
Everybody except for Cal, who met up with his buddy in the future past again.
Yeah.
I saw
Not
the house in the
right.
tree.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
only because your bro pulled rank on whatever the fuck was doing it. It's like, hey, you see that fucking guy?
By the way,
Hey.
they've been following you for a while. You should
Yeah,
tell them to
that's
fuck
weird.
off.
I believe the individual that didn't see the house in the tree, though, was Laylis, who had a whole other
Laylis.
situation going on.
Yeah, who had
Yeah.
a quick meeting with Tiamat, now
Yeah.
has interesting eyes, and
Mhm.
thank you, Miles, for that interesting tidbit. You are correct.
I don't even know how to say
Bassar
that.
does have two heads now.
Ah, yes.
Yes, does have two heads.
Does have two heads.
Bassar always had
Well,
two heads.
Yeah, I was going to say, we say now,
Always had two
Bassar
heads.
has always had two heads.
The gaslight gecko is here.
I give it like another two. I give it like another 3 levels. He's gonna have 3 heads.
Yeah, that brings us up. That hits all the major points for everything. Go ahead and take some inspiration.
Wait, we
Excellent.
forgot an important part.
Sure.
The group got just absolutely wasted with Dom's parents.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody except Merv and Laylis went out and got ham slammed.
Yeah, I had a chill hang with Barnaby though for
Yeah.
about an hour.
Yeah. Which we will get to everybody in turn here. It is the morning of the 19th of chess. It's roughly like just coming around like rough 9 o'clock or so. Laylis, you come out of your meditation. You're for a moment a little confused about where you are, and then you recall, oh yes, I'm in Dom's parents' house. The others have gone out. It's quiet. You don't hear the milling about of people. It's a pretty modest home, so if anyone was here, you would likely hear them moving around. Um, you take a look around. You notice Bassar is not here.
Okay. I'm gonna start doing pet calls. I'm just be like, Bassar, Bassar. I'm whispering so I don't wake up the house.
You hear no response. You are alone in this house. Bassar is not inside.
Mm. Well, I'm not gonna go looking through the house. It's not mine. So I'm gonna go outside and see if I can find Merv in his tent.
Excellent. You step outside, and there's a little tent in an alley that you recognize as Merv's. You've seen him set it up many times.
I, I'm gonna knock. I don't even know how to knock on a tent. I'm trying to like pat the tent to get his attention.
Okay. The
Merv.
fabric lightly flutters at your touch, but there's no audible noise because it is a tent.
I just start whispering louder and louder. Merv, 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 Merv.
What?
Have you seen anybody? Do you know where anybody is? Did they come back last night?
I mean, maybe. I've been in here, so
I didn't know
he has
somebody.
not opened the tent yet. Am I gonna have to install like a fucking bell for you to ring?
Mm.
Cause you tripped the alarm like a few seconds ago. I kind of just wanted to know what you'd do,
Um,
and you just kind of flapped on it a bit, whispered.
yeah, I wasn't really sure how to get your attention. I don't know what you're okay with.
I mean, it's technically morning, and
That's
also
fair.
you were fixing to wake me up, so it's damage gonna be done probably.
Yeah. Well, well. Um,
Why are you talking quiet like it's morning? We're on the street.
okay, yeah, you're right.
I mean, maybe don't like shout, but just speaking voice is probably like we are kind of out. He still has not opened the tent yet. I haven't seen anybody, if that's what you're asking.
I'm not. Oh, yeah, I was, but I'm not really sure what to do. The house is empty. All the people are gone. I don't know when they're coming back. I don't want to go through their house.
I mean, don't you got like a hobby or anything?
Not really.
Do some like fucking. You want me to make you like a whittling kit?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay,
Give
I
me
don't have any wood for you to whittle though. Is the thing.
I can get that.
Maybe we could like whittle a crossbow bolt.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I'll ask Rainier if I can have one, or I use
All
a
right,
spare arrow.
come back in an hour.
Okay. Do you want anything from the store?
No, what? No.
Okay. I'm gonna go see if I can find people and probably do some shopping.
Okay.
I'm gonna make Layla some fucking woodworking tools.
Okay, you're gonna use your artificer
Yeah.
to make some wood.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just a little scrimshaw kit.
Very good. You begin the assembly of such things within the confines and protection of your tent. Um, Laylis, you head out to um, find a store in a town that you've never been in before. Um, it's not. You get the sense like it's quiet here, but there's people about. You get the sense as you're like walking through town and looking, the reason it's quiet is everyone here is fucking hungover. Like 90% of the people are like shielding their eyes from the sun and kind of stumbling a little bit. Um, uh, People go hard during festival time.
So,
um, um, and you begin to make your way, stepping out from Dom's house. There is a city before you. Um, let's say you're looking in a northerly direction. Where do you turn? What direction do you start moving in?
I was planning on because it's Newtown. The only spot that I really remember is the guy who was selling like the 3 foot tall, drinks. Trying to make my way back to him
Okay.
or
Yeah.
his area or
Yeah.
street.
Sure. You're skilled at marking locations and knowing where you are in relative position, right?
Mhm.
So even here, you look around, you're like, that way. And you begin heading west. As you are making your way west and you see, the city's beginning to come alive, shops are already open for those that service clientele that start their days early, or for those that are not yet done their day.
Is your fan
Um,
on for your computer?
you make a perception check for me.
Let's see.
You had to kick this in order to get it.
13. Okay. You're making your way through the streets, um, and you hear the sound of like Basar's reptile like kind of yipping that he does when he's quite excited about something. And this is like far ahead of you. He has wandered very far from where you were.
Hmm. Uh,
No, right?
I'm gonna just start trying to track the noise in the direction it's coming from.
Cool. You track the noise, and roughly about 100 feet from where you heard it, several hundred feet
Not
from
that.
where
This
Dom's parents'
anyway?
house is, you see little Basar with his two
There's a
heads.
scene in Thor where
He is like
someone goes
prancing and hopping
to
around
the actress.
uh, an old human man
It's the girl
sitting on a bench. He has a kind of a long beard, slightly balding head, kind of simple-ish looking clothing, um, and he's kind of like tossing handfuls of bread and bird seed, and you see a couple birds flittering around him, and Basar is hopping and every now and then kind of chasing some of the birds, and you hear the man speaking out. Oh, yes, good, very good, very good. But remember what we talked about. These are friends, not ones to eat, yes? Basar stops and kind of looks quizzically for a moment, looks at one of the birds, and then you can hear him speaking back. Basar only knows one language, and the man says, "Yes, that's right, friends, indeed." Ah, speaking of friends, I think that one might be one of yours. And Basar turns and sees you.
I'm sort of like in a not sort of like in shock. Well, I'm more happy he's not eating random birds, but uh, I I say hey to Basar and like go over and give him like a big hug. But then I ask the old guy, you, you speak Draconic?
Oh, I speak many languages. Um, he is speaking in common and has been speaking in common.
Little dude here only speaks Draconic. How do you understand what he's saying? Well, you obviously just said you speak Vinny, so I assume you do, but you haven't been speaking it.
Oh, well, Basar listens. They all do. Well, most of them anyway.
As in like all the animals.
Something akin to that, yes.
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
Oh, they call me Marduk.
You can put it there still.
He extends a hand to shake yours.
I'll reach out and shake his hand.
Solid grip, not too strong. He's not like contesting you or anything like that. Comforting in a strange way. Um, he has a kind face, Marduk. Um, the only thing that stands out about him is he has these shining silvery eyes that, as you look into them, you feel like a kindness and a comfort as well. You're Wormling there.
Mm-hmm.
Rare to see such a beast.
Yeah. Um, we came into contact like not that long ago. Well, we get along pretty well, and he seems to take a liking to me.
Mm.
Ah,
He
your eyes.
speaks very highly of you. He's very clever, that one. It says much that says much to the quality of his caretaker.
Well, I try to. I try to include him in most of the things I do, if not all the things. Give him as much food as he needs. You know, the basic things that normal people would enjoy.
Mm.
Uh, is that? Can I ask about your eyes? How they're so different?
Only if I can ask about yours.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can
You see, he
accommodate
kind
that.
of scoots over on his bench and he says, "Come, spare an old man a few moments."
Okay, and I'll just go ahead and sit down next to him. So, do you want me to tell you first, or are you going to tell me first?
Why don't you choose?
You know what? In good faith, I'll tell you about mine first, and then that way you don't feel you'll still understand. Um, I got my eyes from my encounterment with Basar, basically. Little guy here. How do I put this? He's more of like a spiritual beast with me. He's my best friend, but only recently. And let's see. I made an agreement to raise him to be as best as he can and grow as big as he can. And I believe from his original owner, but it's still going to be a long journey. Not that long ago, maybe last night, 2 nights ago, uh, my spiritual encounterment that I had when I met him, I had another one, and out of that spiritual encounter, I came back with, uh, I would say, my eyes were replaced with draconic eyes, as if I'm becoming more like him than who I originally was.
Hmm. What will he become?
Uh, I think that's left open to how he is raised and what he chooses to do in the future. But beast-wise, I would say a very large dragon. That's what I'm understanding.
Hmm.
Don't know when, but that's what I'm understanding.
Quite a quite a tale you have there.
I'm not the best storyteller, so working on it, but
You see he reaches into a little bag, tosses some feed out. You see these yellow canaries fly down from a tree nearby, begin pecking at him. A couple more join, about 7 in total, are pecking away at some of the bread and bird seed. And he hands the bag to you.
Start feeding some of the animals as well, holding a little bit in my hand, see if I can get one or two of them to come to me.
Yeah, these canaries seem pretty not domesticated, but like comfort. Like they're not scared of you. A couple of them, 2 of them hop up onto your hand and begin pecking away at some of the feed there. Well, the story in my eyes, unfortunately, is not as interesting and colorful of yours. My eyes have always been this way, though they are different than most. They allow me to see things as they truly are.
You say truly are, as I assume that's you're able to see more so the truth
In a
or
manner
the
of speaking,
okay.
you strike me as a young man carrying a great burden. I see fear in you, but there is great potential as well. I must ask you a question, and I wish you to answer it truthfully, for I will know when you lie.
Okay. I can do that. Ask away.
In the moment you swore to her, did you follow your heart? Was it your true self you embraced then?
Mentally, that just completely messed with Layla's. Breaking it down, there's only like 2 people that he knows of, or 2 beings that he could think would know about the agreement or the servitude that he announced, and that being her and her brother. Um, to answer your question, to be honest, I'm not too sure. I do know I will do whatever I can to ensure Basar lives his best life and grows to be what he can become. But I don't know if when I pledged, if it was an allegiance for what I want or for what I want for Basar.
Are you attempting to deceive or lie in any way?
No.
Hmm. Well, for you, those 2 things are forever intertwined. What you choose, he becomes. There is much to tell you, but there is not enough time. If you have questions, I can answer some. And know this, while I am here right now, she does not see you.
Know what her true intentions are with me.
The same as it is for every Corvorox. When you are strong enough, through you, she will enter into this world in her true form. And all will become ash. Make no mistake. The things she has promised you, she will give you all of that and more. But at what cost? How high a price are you willing to pay?
I haven't fully decided. In the moment, I wanted to be able to make sure I could protect my friends and the ones that I love. But I didn't think past that for future occurrences. I took her word for basically what it was at face value.
Of course. That is the way of it. Corvorox is born, and in time, the trial begins. I tried to protect you from her for a long time. I even beseeched the goddess of nature, queen of the hunt. They wove the spells of protection into the forest you lived. But once you left that forest, left the trees,
Lelis takes like a deep breath and he asks, "Are you insinuating something happened to my home people?"
no. No, You're the first Corvorox not born into Dragonkin. And I used this opportunity to hide you from her for as long as I could. I wanted you to live a life, get dirt into your hands, find out who you were. Sooner or later, the trial would begin. She would see you, yes, but your people are safe. She does not desire them, she desires you.
Just for a mental note, are you able to, how would I put this? Reverse my pledge to her?
The
Or do you know
bonds,
a way of? Sorry.
the bonds between a god and those bound to them, they are not easily broken. Such a path is possible, but it is the most dangerous of all. You see, while you allegiance to her remains. You are a danger. You are a danger to this world. Not yet, but one day you will be strong enough for her to use you to come through. Now, I did not come here to threaten you. Such is not my way. But I also cannot simply allow you to walk freely, knowing the danger you present. The faithful from the city of Karam are on their way. They will arrive on the shores of Adari in due time. They will hunt you, Leylis. They will find you. I tell you this as forewarning. Do not bear them ill will. They are merely satisfying their pledge to protect this world. If she finds out your betrayal, she will also hunt you. The path to break the bond is the most dangerous.
You say dangerous, but is it danger as in my own life, or what? How do I put this? Or is it dangerous in the sense of the rest of the world for me breaking that bond?
It's dangerous to yourself and those that would protect you. To answer the question of can it be done, you must seek the answer to another question. How does one break a chain? You see, he tosses some seed into the air. The 7 golden canaries flutter around, begin fluttering quickly in front of your vision, obscuring it to a degree. A few wing flaps, and you are left alone on this bench.
Okay. Well,
The seed and bread scattered around, Basar hopping in the streets, and a single small canary feather floating down, landing onto the bench.
I will pick up and hold the gold canary feather and put in my little inventory. More so, it's just stunning, but also mysterious. I just sort of looking around in amazement at what just happened, what just occurred. And then looking over at Basar, all happy, and having to come up with not a definite decision, but a thought of what I may or may not end up having to do in the future. And
You look up, and you can see a general store. is just about 20, 30 paces away.
I'll just go over to the general store, try to take my mind off of the scenario.
Was there anything in particular you were looking for?
For me, I was gonna do like a basic stock up on spell items that I might need, and then look for an armor set
Hmm.
to see if there's anything updated for me that I can find.
You step into this store here. As a general store, they'll carry a variety of goods. But for like spell components, unless it's like very mundane things like strings or twists of copper, right? They won't carry like herbs and whatnot, right? That you would need to go to, more of a specialized sort of store for it. Same with armor. Like this is, more for like, hey, do you need like cutlery, some basic clothing, some rope? You know what I mean? More generalized goods.
Well, just to try to be nice, I'll see what kind of like cooking set they have.
Yeah, they have like cooking tools and whatnot here. They're roughly, between 20 to 25 gold pieces. They're all brand new. This store, unlike like the last general store, well, you would have the one in Oakenstall, and then any store that you would have gone to in Maras. This one, like the prices are a little high. You get it because like it's a big kind of touristy kind of town,
Yeah.
but the quality is good.
Uh, yeah. I might just save some stuff and just do some sightseeing around here.
Cool. There are, if you wanted to like ask around, there is a blacksmith if you were looking for armor and weaponry. There's are some more specialized kind of stores as well.
Before I do that, I'm before I get that far in case anybody else in the group may have wanted to go, I will try to go see if I can find somebody else from the group besides Merv. Already found Merv.
Okay, cool. Um, this is a near impossible task because you don't know where they went. So like you can try to wander around, or you know that they were going to meet up back at for sure the meetup place was Dom's parents' house, right? So you can either wander for a while and hope you randomly come across them, or go to the meetup spot.
I'm just gonna look at Basar and be like, if how much how willing would you be to go on a hunt with me if we can find a scent trail for anybody from the group?
Yeah.
He nods his head. Yeah, I mean he's down for whatever. Father, I'm helpful. I have two noses.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Um, so we'll just head back to the meetup at Dom's parents' house and
Okay.
see if we can find any scent smell from there and go for it.
Okay. The only possible way you could track them is you will need a nat 20. That is the only possible way.
Me or Basar?
Either one. If Basar has, this would be a survival check. If Basar had, like, if Basar's trained in survival, then like he could offer you advantage. You know what I mean?
He is not. Okay.
And I don't know if he has like special stuff for smell or anything like that.
Oh, well, let's see if I get one. Nope. Okay.
Yeah. You catch like their scents are around the house,
Mhm.
but they get lost in the crowd, right? It's just you're
Yes.
talking about like thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It's too many smells. Um, cool. However, when you head back, you do find that Merv has made whittling kit, a woodworker's kit for you. Um, everyone
It's in a little
else,
rucksack.
everyone else, you all awaken. You all awaken in Tent City. Some of you are inside of a tent. Some of you are on the grass outside of a tent, in various degrees of rest and readiness. To however you felt that however hard you felt you went that night. Some of you have like painting on your face, of different designs. You all can choose if you have it or not. But you awaken, and it's like almost 10 in the morning based on the sun.
Sorry, what time did you say it was?
Roughly 10ish.
Okay. Rainier would have tried really hard not to get too far from at least one other person. And so just go and try to find something to eat and then bring that to whoever that was, and then start trying to figure out where the hell we are so that we can eventually make it back to Dom's parents' house, because that's where Merv is.
Yeah. A couple silver for some like breakfasty kind of stuff. There's some vendors that set up shop in the tent city in the mornings, as they know people are looking for variety of goods here. So a couple silver for that. Dom's parents, you notice, they are awake, alive, and like you don't think that they have slept yet.
And they're like here as well.
Yeah, they're like around where like you all have passed out. They're just talking to people nearby. They're like it's clear they're like super deep in their cups, but like they're not like sloppy,
Mm-hmm. I kind of brush some glitter out of my beard, and go up and say, good morning. Could you point me in the direction of your house just so I can find everyone else in our party, just so we're not all too lost.
Oh, yeah, I suppose it is about that time. Well, what do you
Where
say?
did Cal? Where's he? He was off with you.
I don't really know. All of you sort of kind of passed out around the area. Cal? Cal?
Cal sort of begins to rouse and manages to sort of push his way out from under a pile of bodies that he was apparently intertwined with when he passed out. He sits up and rubs his eyes a little bit, ruining the face paint of a purple beta fish over one eye and a green beta fish over the other eye that are sort of kissing over the bridge of his nose. Good morning, yes, well, wonderful evening. Hair of the dog. And he'll just start, he'll start with his own wineskin, but he's rummaging around through anything he can to find a beverage.
Yeah, there's like half empty stuff.
Yeah, fantastic. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So great. Downs a couple of those. Gives a bit. Yes. Nice big stretch. Now, what was? My name is coming from that direction. And he'll take off. stand up, take maybe 15, 20 steps in one direction, and then realize, no, that's probably an echo. It's probably bouncing off. It's probably coming from that direction. And he'll head over there until presumably he sees Dom's parents and Rainier. Well, good morning. I see we're starting to reassemble. How is everyone's evening, morning? When are we? Where are we? What's happening?
I hand you a biscuit.
Ah, delicious, wonderful. I dunk it in whatever weird alcohol concoction I've managed to pick up along the way and eat it.
Not very like warm and
Where,
Oh, there
dear.
she is.
It's Ted. Sorry. The thought of-
So who are we missing at this point? Laylis and Merv stayed. So Amber and Dom, I guess.
Well, yep, just about. Let's see. I'll start like scanning the crowd for somebody, but that's probably gonna get nowhere.
Yeah, I mean that's up to Ember and Dom where they are, what they've done.
Dom wouldn't have gone too far, so you can probably find him easily.
Great. You'll hear Cal. Either one of you, if you're close, will hear Cal, because after about 2 minutes of waiting for Rainier to scan and pick them out, Cal's just going to start stomping around, screaming at the top of his lungs, both of your names.
Dear God! Oh my God!
Oh, I'm terribly, very rude of me. Terribly sorry. Hair of the dog.
Please.
Dom slowly makes his way over.
Ah, Dom. I rush over, give you a big hug.
Too tight.
No such thing, Dom. No such thing.
Sorry, I was talking
we're only missing one, Rainier.
All right. Well, she might. I would hope that she's the easiest one to spot, and I'll just start walking around.
It's easy to miss her at first purely because she has completely changed clothes. She is no longer walking around in armor and a tabard. She is just somehow, whether she bought it or took it from someone else, she is just in a linen dress with a big ol' sun hat and sandals, carrying her other stuff in her arms.
Cal's definitely walked past you at least once.
Yeah, admittedly, the hat made it harder for me to find. There you are.
Hey, it is clear. Maybe everyone else passed out, but she has that manic energy of, I have not slept yet. At any moment, I will fall over and be done. How's it going? Hey, Cal!
Oh,
You walked
hello.
past me.
hello, little one. We are looking for a girl. Not really a dwarf, but looks sort of like a dwarf, but not really. Would you wait? Hold.
Smoking hot? Yeah. Get it?
Cal-
Get it? Smoking. I'm good. I'm good.
Cal's got to squat down so that he can get fully under the brim of the hat. Oh, thank God. Good to see you. Oh, you look lovely. Where did the new duds come from?
Think it's a store. It might have been someone's house, but there was a glass window in the front with I think I'm pretty sure they were mannequins. Might have just been people passed out. I don't know. I left some money.
Wonderful. Sounds like a fair trade.
Wrong.
Rainier, fair trade. Tom, fair trade.
Well, we'll find out. Here, I'm gonna take these off your hands, and I'll start like unloading your stuff in the event that you do collapse on us.
Yeah, it's my chainmail. I got it. I'm strong. What's the plan? Where's Merv and Laylis? Oh wait, they didn't. That's
Yeah, they missed out.
I'm sorry, I zoned out. What?
I mean, we should just go and find them at the house, hopefully. How's everyone feeling?
Good.
You
good?
Not great.
Oh, I'm
Dom,
sorry,
you look
Dom.
a
How are
little
the
green.
dog?
Dom.
Please.
Yes.
Sorry, I was distracted earlier. I was talking to spirits about the best hangover cure.
And?
Eggs, fat, hot sauce.
Well,
Greasy
okay.
pork. With the eggs and hot sauce, greasy pork.
Mm.
That's what my mom always had.
That's the fat that they were talking about.
You see, your parents are like saying goodbyes. They've like been saying goodbye to this other like couple they've been talking to for the last 15 minutes. And they finally begin like walking into your direction. Be like, "Oh, sorry about that. All right. If is everyone here, then we can guide you back to our place. I'm sure you're a little lost here in Karakara."
Yeah, I want to make sure no one else thinks we're dead.
Oh, well, things are quite safe here. It's festival time. Come.
It's just a matter of he worries.
You all end up back at the house.
All right. Laylis, Merv, how was the night?
It was interesting. How was your night?
Good time. Good time. Got some new stuff. See? Spoons. Yeah? And hat? Huh?
Right. It's
Exciting. Okay.
yeah, it keeps the sun off, it looks like. I appreciate a good hat. Oh, when y'all are in probably not so hungover space, probably gotta introduce you to Barnaby.
Ooh, who's Barnaby? I like meeting people.
He's a demon in a coin.
All right. What?
Right.
Instant sober.
One more time?
Nah, he's a demon in a coin.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Maybe he's a
Alright.
devil in a coin. I think he actually might be a devil, not a demon.
Oh, well, that's better.
Okay. Important question.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of coin?
Oh, it's one of them coins we got from the chickens.
Oh. Like gold coin or silver coin?
Right. It was like he like holds the doubloon out.
You see, it's a gold coin. Like one side has no markings, and the other side has a like smiling picture of a devil.
He's pretty bloodthirsty, I think. But when I summon him, I guess for an hour, he can kind of get after it based off of whatever I order him to do. But there's a chance that when I use it, he gets transported somewhere else in the world at random.
Oh. But
Right.
that seems like something you shouldn't do then.
I
Wait,
mean,
can you hear me? Hi, Barnaby. Nice to
No.
meet you.
I think he's like in wherever it is he's from right now. He just gets like pulled here whenever I use the coin. We kind of just had a chill hang last night for an hour. He's an acquired taste, but I think he's a good sort, all things considered. Probably gonna summon him and like tell him explicit like these people here are not to be killed, and you can never construe an order of mine to mean kill them. I'm probably gonna write it down.
Or you can avoid all that confusion by just not. But
I mean,
I'm sure he'll be perfectly pleasant when we meet him.
hey,
He's
he's
fine.
not like that pleasant as the thing. He's kind of, like I said, acquired
Well,
taste, but
Murph, he might be able to hear you. That seems rude.
I mean, I like him well enough. He's got lots of spikes on him. Just also, I developed if we get any more of them cockatrice venoms, I can make an antidote for turning to stone. I got 2 doses of it, just so everybody knows.
Good
So-
work.
You were getting into the alchemy a bit last night while we were out then.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. It wasn't like super quiet out here. There's a lot of shouting, screaming, and shit. But
It is
I
a
mean,
party.
And it
Yeah.
was
Some of that might have been us. It was us. Yeah.
we certainly were doing quite a bit of that. It was during these alchemical experimentations that you met Barnaby.
right. Well, I guess that came first because I was trying to figure out what that coin did.
Oh,
You didn't just want to ask me. You just tried it. I mean, obviously I wasn't there, but you could have just waited.
I mean, I gave that some, but I was real curious, and honestly, I didn't think I was gonna activate it by flipping it. So
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. I can tell everything's fine. Everything's
I
good
did
that ends.
skip it down the alley, which in hindsight was kind of reckless, but in the future, yeah, I'll probably just run it by you, maybe.
Yeah, nobody got hurt. You didn't sell your soul? Isn't that what
No,
demons do?
I don't know. He didn't ask for my soul, but well, he was pretty enthusiastic about maybe me giving him my soul, and I obviously said no, but I do think he wants a soul.
Smart. You're smart, Merv.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the first things I was sort of running up against with him is he had a sort of a preoccupation for getting souls, mine in particular. I mean, I reckon I'll summon him today, and maybe he'll just teleport elsewhere, and that problem will be solved. But otherwise, he'll kind of be like
or someone else's problem.
somebody else's problem.
Definitely somebody else's
Right?
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made it clear he's not required to hunt me down when he gets teleported elsewhere. Some dramatic irony or something. But other than that, he'll probably end up being like a last resort. We're deep in the shit kind of thing. Or if we need him to light a bunch of stuff on fire, because he seems to be pretty good at that.
I will pretend that you did not just say that.
I'm gonna block out a lot of this conversation.
So, what's the plan today? Where are we going? What we doing? Dom, you're from here. What's worth seeing? Oh wait, is the party still going?
We got a job to do. We should probably get at.
Right.
I do kind of want to see a magic shop though. Dom, what's the best magic shop?
It is.
It is. It's called the Enchanted Veil.
It is the Enchanted Veil. I can take you, but first I have some business in town that I have to attend to.
You're gonna
Or I can drop you off.
You're gonna go off on your own?
Yeah, it's my hometown.
I guess so. Anybody else got any errands they want to get at, or?
It's still a festival, but I mean, I can go with Dom if we got nothing else going on. Unless you just want to go alone, Dom. I don't want to.
Oh no, you're more than welcome to come.
If we want to keep an eye on each other.
We're going to
She does the eye point thing.
we're going to a bar if anyone else is interested.
What was that now?
Okay,
Okay.
so I was invited.
Cacao.
Do you know any alchemy shops here?
Oh, plenty.
Actually, the only place in town for that, like the Enchanted Vale, would probably the best place for it. Like Karakara is not specifically catered for that sort of thing. Their main business
Kites.
is like like fucking like fish and tourism and vacation shit. They're not like a capitalist industrious kind of society. So there are some shops that will handle some of these things, but you might not find all sorts of stuff here.
Only whimsical shit.
Only whimsy. Ooh.
Magic kites.
How'd that work? How'd that one work out, guys?
Oh boy.
So what's the plan? Who's doing what? Going where?
Cal
wants to-
will at least initially join Team Bar. He might peel off at some point, but yeah, primarily he's going to the place he's most comfortable.
His element.
Yeah.
I'm going shopping if anybody wants to go shopping. Sorry, anybody wants to go shopping.
But
Go shopping.
Dom, if you don't mind, I'm partially interested to follow you to that bar.
Please.
Merv, if I might impress upon you, come join us at the bar, at least briefly, and then I'll go on the shopping expedition with you. But I'd like to know where this bar is so that when I'm completed, I can head back. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, after the bar, are we gonna go do, the job we're here for, or are we gonna wait on that?
I'm
Actually,
like,
when everyone's all together, that's kind of my first clue. First lead. There it is. That's the word. That's the first lead in this little investigation we're on.
All right, I'll go to the bar first, and then go. Can you show me the shopping on the way to the bar?
Sure.
And what is Laylis doing?
Gonna go with them, and then when Merv goes shopping, tag along with Merv.
Okay, all right. And Ember, will you be? I mean, it sounds like everyone is going to the bar. But will you be team shopping as well afterwards?
Depending on where the other team is heading, probably not. Just she's not exactly swimming in money. I will drop the gold for the dress.
It's 1 gold unless you think you would have put more.
Oh no, it's I was putting this under fine clothes for 15 gold.
Okay. And then if you could do me a Constitution saving throw for me for your exhaustion, not sleeping.
Oh, I was about to say that she is passed out on the table right at this very second.
Okay, no exhaustion as of right now. But is your intention to pass out when you get to the bar or in Dom's parents' house?
No, the joke is that as everybody is deciding who is going where, and they hit the break moment, at that moment they realize Ember has been snoring away for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay. You all head out with Dom leading the way. Dom, where are you going? Where are you taking them?
We're gonna first stop by the magic store just so I can point it out, or at least walk by it, heading directly to the Red Meadery.
Very good. You point out the Enchanted Vale. It's actually like a little. It's in like a small alley. So, like, there's kind of like buildings nearby, and then like down this alley, just like like about 10 feet in, there's a little sign that has like a large snake head on it, and it says the Enchanted Vale. And as you like walk by, you see like an occasional person, is like going in, but it doesn't seem like heavily trafficked. And you continue on your way to the Red Meadery. It is, by the time you arrive there, like roughly 11-ish, all told. This place, the Red Meadery, is at like a major crossroads here in town. Um, and it's a big kind of wooden cabin with black shingled roofing. As you open the doors and step inside, it's got like very finely crafted furniture. Not a dingy kind of bar, slightly more upscale. It has outdoor seating, a deck out front, and a larger deck out back, kind of facing the lake. And inside and out, it is tightly packed with chairs and tables, and this place is fucking popping off. You are squeezing through people to like make your way in. Um, Once you arrive, what do you do?
First would be to try and find a table, since my favorite one's probably taken.
All these tables are full. Like this is standing room at 11 a.m.
Right. Then getting drinks and looking for a place to stay, and then looking for sand, excuse me, and then looking for Faloro.
Excellent. You step up to get some drinks, and you see the owner. You recognize the owner behind the bar. They normally don't work morning shift. You've been here enough to know like they prefer afternoon, evening. This is a male tabaxi with kind of a gray spotted fur. His name is Swift Runs the Night. Is his name. But he is busy. There are people shouting orders. There's 4 people behind the bar, and they are like, it is a whirling dervish of activity behind there. You squeeze your way up. He catches your eye and is like taking someone's order as he's like conversating with you, right? So he's working as he's talking to you. Dom, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Been a while.
Yeah, back in town.
What can I get for you?
Thanks. Round of drinks for my friends here, and Faloro and.
Oh, look, you find her. You let me know where she is. She be missing for 3 days now.
Oh, that's not good.
I thought she quit. We all think she quit, yes? And you hear a couple people like, I'm covering her shifts. I'm pissed. He says, she knows festival's coming up. She helped plan here. I run this place like ship, yes? And what am I supposed to do when my first mate stops showing up for work? You find her. You tell her get her ass back here or she fired.
Has everyone checked on her recently?
Checked on her? Why would I check on her? She always talks about getting out of town. Maybe she scraped enough coin to go. Besides, he looks around. Does it look like we have time to go scattering about?
Yeah, no, of course. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
He hands you as many tankards of ale as you order, and he says, "For you, 3 silver apiece."
I give him 5.
That's 3 silver apiece.
Oh, that's funny.
Individual.
How many people do we have?
6 all told.
I think 5. I don't think
Yeah.
Ember's with us.
Oh, not
Yeah,
Ember. Yeah.
No,
I thought
I
you
am.
would.
Oh, you woke.
Okay.
You woke up. You woke
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the joke. Ember, let's go. I'm awake.
Ah,
Gotcha.
Won't miss anything.
Cool. So you take care of the money. He hands you the drinks. He begins taking other orders unless you have like further questions for him.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Right. Well, I am gonna finish my drink and then head over. I hate to bog down the festivities, but something's not right. So if anyone's willing, I'm gonna go check on my friend.
What's wrong?
She hasn't been to work in 3 days, and that is not like her. She wouldn't leave without telling somebody something. Also, she's my contact or my lead for this investigation, so it's pretty imperative we find her.
Do you know where she lives?
I do.
I plan on helping you out. Cal, Ember, how do you guys feel? You want to stay here?
No, if your friend might be in trouble, yeah, no, we're here. We got your back.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Whatever you need, Dom.
All right then. He'll check his beer.
All right. Finishing your drinks, you head out of the Red Meadery, heading towards Phil Laurel's house. Not too far from here, Phil Laurel, she lives in a it's like a 2-room kind of apartment thing she's got going on. Her parents, they've been gone, right? Like since she was roughly teenage years, they just been gone. She's been mostly taking care of herself from that point forward. You have it over to her place. You see like the door leading into her apartment. There's a like very small window, like too small that like a normal sized person could not fit through. You know from being inside her place, like if there's not a candle or something on, like it's like barely lit inside there. Part of the reason why she's desperate to get out of Karakara.
I'm gonna knock on the door and call her name.
You knock on the door, call her name, wait a few moments, no response.
We'll look through the window, see if I see any movement.
You look through the window, take a little peek, no movement. No lights, like no candles burning or anything like that either.
I'm gonna one last time try to bang on the door to try and get a response.
Few moments go by, no response.
I am going to attempt to open the door.
Okay. You attempt to open the door. The door is locked.
I will attempt to pick the lock.
Okay. Give me a lockpick check.
Yeah, one sec. I don't know. Actually. Where's my thieves' tools? Inventory? Yeah.
Probably on your
There
inventory.
we go. Oof, that was close.
Yeah. You kind of like check the street for a moment, put your tools in, and like give it a little like push and a shove, and it click right away opens up for you.
Perfect. Does someone want to keep watch out here?
Yeah, I'll stay.
Thank you. I will slowly open up the door.
Okay. Laylis, give me a perception check while you're on watch. You open the door. The first room is like the dining kitchenette room. There's a small table, 2 chairs, little stove, little wood burning stove. And you can see the exhaust pipe goes like up into the ceiling that probably connects into like the like that goes through the room above These are very like tenement kind of style places. Um, Small pantry, for food, that sort of thing. And then you see a door that leads into, would be her bedroom. That door is closed as well. But there's nobody immediately inside um, uh, the, um, that you see.
Laurel, you can hear me. I'm inside the house. I'm
No
walking to the
response.
bedroom.
All right.
And I
The
walk.
bedroom door is closed, but it's not locked. You open it up.
Yeah.
Um, it is dirty in the way that her room is always dirty. There's some clothes on the floor, some clothes hanging over her, small three drawer dresser. You see her simple bed fits just barely her. Um, you see the only decoration on the wall, which you are familiar with, is several years ago. She purchased for far too much money a painting of Bastion, like a landscape painting. And it's positioned on the wall, so if she's like laying in bed, she can face the wall and see the painting. um, and she has like a little nightstand here, but it is empty.
Um, Looking at the interior. Wait. I haven't checked the full house, have I?
This is it. It's just 2
Oh, okay,
rooms.
cool. Cool, cool, cool. Are there any signs of a struggle?
Without needing to roll, you don't see any sign of struggle here. Things seem to be haphazard in the way that she keeps it.
Um, I don't know how familiar I am with this, but does it look like there's a lot of missing clothes or items
Um,
that one typically take on a trip with them?
yeah, you take a look at the dressers, and has anybody else entered in with Dom, or is everyone else standing outside?
I'm checking out the kitchen actually.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just standing in the entry.
Yeah, okay, cool. You all notice the same things, although you're not like familiar with the sense of it, but like those of you that could have an eye for this sort of thing, there does not look to be a struggle here. You check the dresser. The clothing is here. You actually see like a satchel in the room that just has like a few odds and ends. If she was like leaving, she would have taken this. Um, but it's here. The clothing is here.
Kind of similarly, I'd like to check the kitchen for like perishable foods that if like an ice box that has milk in it kind of thing. If someone were leaving,
Right,
would they
right.
have
Yeah, yeah,
left it?
yeah. Yeah, you see like a few bits of like fruit that like seem fresh enough, you know? It does the clues that seem to indicate that someone is here, living here, just not been here for like a little while.
Find anything, Dom?
Fortunately, no. Are there any notes or anything on anywhere?
You don't see any notes, but you and Phil Laurel are very good friends, and you notice a lot more than you let on. You know where she keeps her gold.
Oh, is anyone in the room with me? Oh wait, it's in her bedroom, right?
I mean, like you're in a bedroom, but nobody described being in that room with you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check that area.
Cool. Near the nightstand under the bed, there's a false, like a loose floorboard, right? Um, you know where to pull up to get it off, and you reach inside, and then you feel like a pouch, fairly large, feels like roughly the size of like a grapefruit.
Yeah, this is basically her savings, right?
This is her savings. I eyeballing it without opening it. looks about the same as it always has, maybe a little bit more than like the last time you may have seen it. Um, do you inspect it further, or just note that it's still here?
Note that it's still here. I'm gonna put everything back.
Cool.
Yeah, I was just afraid somebody might see what I was doing, and
Yeah,
it's an invasion of their privacy.
yeah. You set the pouch back. You do feel there is like a small like notebook in there.
Ooh, I'll take that out.
Cool. You take a look at the notebook. You know where you've seen her put the pouch in here, but you haven't seen this notebook before. And as you open it up, the entries they're in common, but they're in like a shorthand. Not like a code or a cipher, but just a someone's shorthand notation. Um, Give me an investigation check.
I'd like to take an hour to get a new proficiency. Hey,
Nailed it.
18, okay. Um, Even without deciphering what the shorthand like is here, you put together pretty quickly. This is like her ledger for like the courier work that she does, right?
mhm.
Um, it seems to be indicating like leaving from Karakara, heading to Miraz, heading to Bastion, going to this city, this small town, right? She's been doing this kind of thing on the side for about 2 years now, as far as you understand it. Um, it's a gray area for sure. Like it's what she's doing is could be considered criminal, right? And you know that occasionally she has had dealings with the Black Claw, which is a crime syndicate in Bastion. Um, you see two entries, though, the last two entries. One is indicating a pickup in Karakara to Miraz. And then the last entry, the date on that one is around the time that you left.
Oh, that's the next question I was going to ask is where's mine and how many are after it?
Yeah, you see the date matches when you left to head there. And then you see one more that was about 2 days later to Bastion. But she is smart enough to have not written names on this thing.
Sorry, writing. No names and no clues as to what it particularly is transporting, right?
Yeah, just that she had like, and you do see sorry, with the 18 at the end of each line you see percentages, 5%, 6%, 3%. The last two are 20%.
So mine included to the 20%?
Mm-hmm.
Using me to get rich. Okay.
And yeah, based on like the conversation when you were talking to her when she asked you about this, like this was like big money. This was going to be a big payday for her.
Yeah. I am going to keep the book, but return everything back to normal.
Cool.
Anybody else sign anything?
And I
didn't know
do.
what to look for.
Can I do an
Nice.
investigation check for like drops of blood, any like very small thing on the floor or somewhere that would indicate like a struggle of any kind?
Yeah. I will give you this without rolling. You do not find that enough to rule it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. You
Um,
of the clues that you all gather here, you determine that there was no struggle, no sudden leaving of anything. She just whoever lives here just has not come back for several days.
Okay, I'm worried now because this isn't like her. And full colors on the table, everyone. She's not the most upstanding citizen when it comes to money to get out of this place. But I don't know. She may be in with some real bad people.
She might have gotten taken off the road. If I mean, this place looks like she meant to come home to it, and if she didn't make it back, that means between here and likely that tavern, something happened.
Yeah. She's last seen 3 days ago. So
That's a really long time.
pretty cold trail.
Yeah. Well, she was last at work 3 days ago. Maybe her neighbors have seen her since then.
Good idea.
Or seeing something else.
Yeah, I'll go check, and I will run out the door.
Cool. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh God! Why did you let me run out the door, y'all?
Because I knew you were going to have to do a charisma check, Ted.
Okay, 11, pretty good.
-2 +2.
+2 +2. You ask around. A couple people, just kind of like grunt and close the door. Some people just don't answer the door. But you catch this old lady who is just like nosy old neighbor, right? And she explains to you that she normally comes in pretty late. She works at the Red Meadery. And occasionally, she doesn't really have visitors at her place except for this tiefling fellow that comes by from time to time, though he hasn't been around for a while. She thinks that maybe they're dating and that they've broken up. She notates that she did see roughly, maybe 3 days ago, that she left her house and then seemed to be heading down the street, like into the tent city. The direction she points is like east, so like the eastern side of town.
And that's not towards work, correct?
Not towards work.
Okay. All right, thanks. Good luck at the parties. Or wait, do you even party with your heart? I don't. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye. Yeah, her neighbor, really nice old lady. Saw her. She was heading east into the tent city. I don't really know what that is, but she said it like I should know, and I have no idea what that is. Tom, what's the tent city?
It's where all the temps stay. I got one more thing, one more shot in the dark, real quick. I'll be right back. And Dom goes into the bedroom and closes the door. He sits on the bed. He pulls out the book, holding onto it. He's going to potentially call out for her spirit if it's available in this area.
Very clever. You reach out. There are spirits in Karakara. I mean, you already knew that. You don't sense hers.
Okay, good. He'll stand back up and walk outside. All right, I think our next best step is the tent city.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, the neighbor also said something about a tiefling. Someone she might have been, seeing.
Oh.
You,
that was
you,
days
you
ago.
repeat the description, and it's dumb.
That's nothing. That's just rumors.
Wait, but she. Oh, I thought. Oh, I misunderstood the old lady. Oh man, she needs to be clearer. You
Yeah.
crazy old lady.
Full,
Okay, sorry, Dom. Didn't mean to.
full discretion that we were something at one point, but are no longer.
Ooh.
It's fine. We're just friends now.
hmm
Anyways,
Her
we should
eyes
go.
are wide.
We're
hmm
we're wasting time. I'm sorry. That's not important to what we're doing right now.
Um,
Yeah, we'll
okay.
walk out
All right. What are you doing? Where are you heading?
to Tent City
To Tent City. Okay. Now,
and
during
remind
festival
me.
time, sorry, I just want to clarify
Yeah,
this.
go for it.
Tent City refers to the tents that surround Karakara. So it's like it's Tent City. The whole thing's Tent City. But you know from the direction, right? It's the eastern side of town.
Okay. Um, and then just to remind me what happened last session, there were people who were complaining to like Bastion guards about missing people, right?
Yes, you did overhear people coming in since you had to walk through like all of Tent City to come into town. You actually overheard roughly 3 conversations during that walk of people like saying to both Bastion Guard, one was to the Bastion Guard, one's to the Karakar Guard, and then the other conversation was just people like in a group, like one of them was talking to a bunch of people about a missing person. So yes, there's been um, now 4 instances of missing people.
Well, now I feel bad about ignoring that entirely. So let's go correct that mistake. I'm gonna find the nearest guard.
Cool. Let me roll something. Okay. You find Karakara guard. They have kind of like a orange patterning and color motif to their guard outfit. More leathers, less metal. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for whoever's in charge of investigating missing persons.
Missing persons. Well, we don't have a department for that currently, but we actually have had a lot of inquiries about it. Are you reporting someone missing?
I'm both reporting and would like to speak to the individual who is actually taking head on this.
Oh, all right. Do you know where the local barracks are?
Yes.
You do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You for sure. You live here. You know. You
Okay.
know where they are. Cool. He tells you to head to the local barracks and ask for Rolf Klevs.
Can you spell that?
I am putting in the chat right now.
And I love you for it.
Well,
That
that's
is, yep.
infernal.
Wait, then why can't I read it?
I don't know. Do you not speak infernal right now?
No, I'm a tiefling.
I don't know. Well,
Probably because you don't have your sheet. We're all just the players, I think.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Technically, you were all the players, which doesn't understand any. It has no language or skills of any kind.
Listen, everyone, I think there's something horribly wrong with the god here in Karakara.
You've uncovered my secret plot.
Okay, cool. Yeah. On our way over to the barracks, I am going to be listening to conversations for any potential missing persons or anyone who might be talking about someone fitting the description of Laurel.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
Right. Luckily, I am still proficient in that. For now, anyways. Might have to talk to a super smart ghost.
20. Okay. You walking through. You don't catch a description of Philorel, though. One lady is talking about like her daughter, a young woman that like at first you're like, could it be? But then no, her parents, aren't here. Um, uh, um, Again, it's someone that was in the tent city.
Yeah.
You're not hearing people from inside town. It's always outskirts.
Did they say a name?
Elizabeth, but you don't know who this person is. There's so many people here. Like, who fucking knows, right?
Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna go talk to them real quick.
Cool.
Hi, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it over here. I'm also missing somebody, and I plan on putting in a complaint with the whatever idiot is in charge of finding these people. Um, can you give
Oh,
me the
good
name that
luck. I've tried to speak with him a number of times. Apparently, they're swamped with requests for help. Harvests festival and all that.
Yeah, I am quite persuasive when I need to be. So, if you could just give me a name, I'll make sure that that name makes it to the top of the list with this person,
Oh, Elizabeth Brontu.
Elizabeth Brontu. Excellent, and he'll write that down. Uh, my name's Dominic, and I will do whatever it takes to make sure that you find Elizabeth again. And he goes to shake their hand.
That's very kind of you.
I'm gonna turn away and call out for Elizabeth.
You're just shouting in the street?
No, I would kind of like to find a quieter area and just start calling for Elizabeth, trying to see if I can sense her spirit.
I sense her spirit. You do not sense her spirit.
Okay, perfect. Then I will keep walking to the barracks.
Okay. Arriving at the barracks, you see a couple guards, standing outside, chatting amongst themselves. They watch you all as you approach through the front door. You see that there's several people and guards in here. A lot of just drunks. They're just dealing with just a lot of drunk people, and they don't have any more room for them. So the worst ones they're taking, the ones that aren't so bad, they're just sending them back out. They just don't have the space anymore. Um, you see an overworked clerk at the front in his uniform look up at you. Yes?
Hi, I'm looking for Rolf Klevs.
He points towards a door down the way and says, "Second door on the left, but good luck. He hasn't had anybody in his office yet today."
Thank you, appreciate that. And I'll go down to that room.
Cool. Is everyone else along with Dom?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay. um, you all begin to walk in, and these guards ask you for all of your weapons. They do not let you walk in here fully armed.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'll wait outside.
Cal-
hand
Cal-
my
I
weapons.
I left my weapon back at the Dominic's parents' house, along with most of my stuff at this point.
Yeah, Cal will hand over his 2 daggers.
Yeah, hell yeah. They have like a little cart that they kind of put everything onto for it. Anybody who doesn't wish to hand them over can wait outside with Renier.
Wait, with Rainier.
Okay. They give Basar a strange look and they just kind of shrug. They just don't have the time to inquire. Cool. You are allowed to make your way to Rolf Klev's office. It's the door is like slightly ajar as you approach.
Right, I'll knock on the door.
Cool. You just said, "Yes, who is it?"
Hi, my name's
Hey.
Dominic, just a concerned citizen, looking for some missing persons, and I hear you're the person to talk to.
Look, fill out a form at the front, okay, with as much information as you can. But we have a lot of requests for that we're processing. Okay, we're doing everything we can. Trust me. All right, we have our guards searching for everyone. The Bastion militia's here to help. We'll find your folks. But just so you know, a lot of people kind of run off during festival seasons. Yeah, so maybe they've just are taking a little vacation from their life. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking to submit a request. Rather, I'm looking to help because I now have a missing friend, and I'm afraid that it might be connected to the other missing people that you guys have not found yet. So, if you'd like to share any information, then I think my group and I can help you find these people. Maybe take some time, take some weight off of your shoulders.
Make a persuasion check.
Well, and I do think that what my dear friend Dom is suggesting is not a one-way street, but clearly we would share information with each other, and perhaps we could more easily get into some areas and have some conversations that you and your gods might find a little more difficult.
You saying you're gonna break the law in my town?
I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm suggesting that without a badge, some people are likely to be more open in their conversation topics with us than they might with you and your friends here.
He tells you to open the door and come in. And
It's rude. It's a weird conversation to have.
yeah, he like the door was just like a slightly open, right? Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Tom.
Ah, I am redoing that. I have inspiration. This is important. Whoops, that didn't work out. There we go. Okay, 8.
Oh,
You can have one of mine.
See, this is what happens with all those other good rolls.
You know, they're telling you you're doodling all day, staring off into space.
there we go.
There we go.
Hey.
Okay,
Thank
20.
you.
Oh, really?
Um,
We truly started the
you
meeting.
step in the room. He
Yeah.
looks over at each of you. Eyes you, Dom. All right, look, I don't have time or budget to hire anybody on, but if you're willing to, look into things, look, you want to find your friend, you're more than welcome to, okay? What's your
Yeah.
friend's name?
Villarel.
Bill Laurel.
Villarel Nada.
Bill Laurel. That's, does she work in the meadery?
She does, and she's been missing for 3 days. Well, she did. She might be fired.
Look, 9 out of 10 times, it's just people drunk. They get lost. They don't know how to find their way back to their own damn tent. Or they get drunk, they end up with someone else, and they don't want to find their way back to the tent. You know what I mean?
I do. However, that will resolve itself in time. But if it hasn't yet, then I think further investigation is necessary.
Look, I don't have the manpower to spare. All right, that's the honest truth of it. We got who we can out scouting the area around, okay? But I mean, there's a lot of people here and a
many?
lot of footsteps.
Is it Inspector, Sergeant? How should I address you?
Captain.
Captain, my apologies. Captain Klebs, were you here last year for the festival?
Born and raised.
So you've seen many festivals, and you've seen many festivals as captain?
The last 7, yes.
Oh, wonderful. The missing persons reports this year, do they match the numbers from the previous 6 years?
It's a little high considering the festival hasn't exactly started yet, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. There's a lot more people here this year. Festival's big business.
Yeah,
Oh.
forgive me. How for being abrupt, but how many people exactly so far?
Well, estimated head count this year, maybe about 7,000.
Sorry, I meant missing people.
Oh, so far, just about 10.
That's funny. My jaw dropped to the floor when I thought you meant 7,000 people are
That was
missing.
like missing.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
Normal.
Yeah, I'd like any information on them. I understand you don't have the manpower and you can't pay anybody, but that's not what we're here for.
Look, I can't share official documentation or business with you. Okay? I appreciate that you want to help out. You want to find your friend, I'm all for that, okay? Cuz if I'm going to be honest with you, if something is wrong with them right now, I don't know how I'm going to find them in the middle of this sea of nonsense.
Can we get names?
Tell you what I can do. Every single one of these folks are people from the tent cities. It's mostly located people from the eastern side of town, but occasionally people from the west, south, and north. But 7 out of 10, all from the eastern side. Mostly campers that are on the far outskirts. Now, these people, they could have wandered into the hills, alright? And if you're local here, you know how dangerous them hills are.
I'm aware.
So maybe they wander out, get lost in the hills, never find their way back.
So the best you can do is give me speculation.
I can only give you the direction. Right? If I knew more than this, I'd tell you. Best I can tell you, head east, take a look around.
I assume you people have already done that.
Yeah, they comb the area.
Do these people disappear around the same time?
You see, kind of like grab some notes and papers and is like flipping through them. Night, late at night, between midnight and 4 a.m.
All right. Well, thank you for the information, Captain. I would I would anticipate seeing myself and my group again.
Hey, look, I'm sorry I couldn't give you anything more concrete, all right? But I hope you find your friend.
Thanks. Shall we go?
You retrieve your items, everything is handed back to you exactly as it was, and you step out onto the street to join your other companions.
Not a ton of help, but we do have a lead as to these missing people. I just don't think it's it's gonna help with Philorel necessarily.
We can always go into the tents, right? See if anybody's seen her.
Yeah, but that's the opposite direction of where she would be coming from. She normally doesn't make these deliveries herself.
Yep,
Deliveries?
but, I mean, somebody saw her going into the tents, right?
Oh shoot, that is right, yeah.
What is it that she's delivering?
It depends. Different things for different people.
Is our lead to Tent City?
For Philorel, yes. And then Philorel is the lead to Rotor they're at.
Wait, who's they? Oh, who's ever taking people? Never mind. Never mind. I got there eventually.
We have what? 2 days until the festival, right? Is that right? Or 3?
I think it's 3.
Festival's on the 22nd. It's the 19th currently.
Only
3
2.5.
days before we can find Rodar. And hopefully find Umeli before whatever that might develop into. If you think heading to Tent City first is a good idea, we should do that now.
I don't think it's gonna be a good. I don't think it's gonna be super fruitful until it's late at night.
Do you think information's going to change?
I guess we could ask about people who might have seen her.
Might be good to split up then. It's a lot of ground to cover.
Is that the plan? Ask around, see if anybody has seen Villarreal.
I think
Or
it
the-
also would be good to ask if any of them knew any of the missing persons and like if there was anything that maybe led them off or suspicious people they had been seen with.
All right. Anybody who'd like to enter into this endeavor, make persuasion checks as you make your way through Tent City. The DC on this is very, very high because you're talking needle in
I
a
will
haystack situation.
assist Cal.
Wow. I mean, I lost a point, but wow.
I am going to cast Disguise Self. So that I look like Captain Rolf Klevs.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Human, big mustache.
Yeah, and that's going to allow me to use, if I can find it on here, my actor feat.
Uh-huh. All coming together.
Right. I need to figure out where it exists on my sheet, but
I imagine under like features.
yeah. Oh yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. Yeah, and I will just be asking in an official capacity.
Okay.
I would also like to cast Disguise Self on myself to look like Villarreal, so I can say, "Has anyone seen someone who looks like me around?"
Okay, okay.
Look for your twin.
Okay.
Yeah.
The two of you can make these checks with advantage then. So if you already
Okay,
rolled,
and-
roll again. If you haven't, you have advantage.
Okay.
And I know, what Merv, you said you were gonna give Cal help as well?
Yeah, I'll just do my own then.
Oh, I was gonna offer Cal could have triple advantage in this.
I'll open up one of my like essentially like notebooks and just turn to a blank page with like one of my pens and just nod as if I'm like taking diction for
Let's get
for
this down.
Cal.
Get this down.
Just help sell the bit.
There it is.
Okay. The DC was 20 for this. So with Merv's help, you have found something. Um, you come across a gnomish gentleman named Larry, and he's talking about how his girlfriend is missing, Darlene. I don't right know what happened. I mean, we had a good night, a real good night, and we passed out for a little while, and then she got up, said she had to make her business, and she stepped away for a bit, and well, she just never came back.
How long ago was this?
And you see he is like eyes bloodshot, bags under the eyes. You don't think he's like slept in a few days. Um, this was about 5 days ago. I put in several requests with the guard, but they say they're working on it, and I mean I seen them out this way looking at stuff, but they told me that. I mean, they said that maybe she run off with someone. Can you believe that?
I will give my men a stern talking to about conversing with victims that way. Furthermore, we want people reporting crimes, so you have done the right thing, and the fact that they would say this to you, unconscionable. But I am here now with my best man, and I clap Merv on the shoulder.
Reckon.
And we will do what we can to get to the bottom of this. Now, I'm sorry I don't have the official report that you filed. I was just given the name and the location. I'm glad that we found you. Are you originally from Karakara? Are you and Darlene originally from here?
Oh no. We live south, right near the bridge. I know the town's name, but I don't have it in front of me.
Right. Well, I'm sorry that is this your first time to Karakara?
Oh no, we've been coming to the festival for a few years now. Just I just miss her so bad. What if something happened to her? I heard her yell out for me, and I came running in case like there was a snake and whatnot. And I found her. I just only have a shoe. And he holds up a little tiny shoe.
About what time of day or night was this occurring?
I don't know. It was real late.
And when she yelled out for you, and you went running, and all you could find was Darlene's shoe, how far away was that shoe from your campsite?
He stands up, and you're on like the outskirts of the tent city, right? He stands up and walks a 10 feet over, and then kind of points. He's pointing to like one of the beginning slopes of where like the hills begin. The tent cities like extend that far out that like it's a massive amount of people. The tent city holds more people than actually live in Karakara.
Okay, so if I'm understanding what you're describing correctly, he found her shoe sort of at the edge of Tent City, and the edge of Tent City is pressed up against the edge of the Crooked Hills?
Yeah, it's very close to it. Very close to it.
Okay.
And he points to an area that's like, maybe roughly like 100 feet or so from where he was. There's some like,
Gotcha.
there's some like trees and shrubbery and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
It becomes like you can tell like the city of Karakara like cleared out this area long ago for Tent City, but like they don't maintain the wild of the hills.
Right. I will look around for anyone else in the party. Just to
You all spread out, but Merv is with
Right.
you.
Yeah.
I'd say like you all spread out, but are probably within eyesight of each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't. I'll explain what I'm trying to do. Like, I don't know that Dom has changed his appearance to that of Philorel. But
I don't know. I would have changed while you guys were like as soon as. Did you change by yourself?
uh,
'Cause seeing you change
probably.
can
I
get
mean, I
dramatic.
probably wandered off, right? And as I was wandering off, the idea occurred to me to cast Disguise Self, and that's when I grabbed Merv and said, "Help me, please, God." Essentially, I'm trying to get Dom's attention because, like, my ruse can only go so far because I don't know the city at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I found somebody who knows something. So I'm sort of looking around for anybody in the party. Right. Just so I can give someone the, so I can impress upon somebody. Look, somebody's got to get Dom over here. I found somebody who knows something.
I'll go get Dom.
Very well. And I'll sit there and console Larry.
He cries.
Yeah, I'll hustle over to Dom.
It sounds like you would not know what Dom has changed into. Like,
Nope.
It sounds like you will have complicated the situation yourselves. So how you do not
What?
see Dom anywhere.
Dom.
You see an elf woman turn. Yes.
You Dom?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
right. And I'll drop
Yeah,
it.
come with me.
Follow him.
Lead him back.
Yes, Larry.
I've got him, sir.
Thank you. Larry, this is Dom. Also has had a loved one disappear. I thought perhaps the two of you could converse and compare notes, and maybe that would lead us to some new clues.
He tells you the same thing.
Cool. So, is there? No, we didn't find anyone else nearby that was missing anybody.
No, you rolled enough to get one person.
Yeah. That's fair. Good on us. But it does kind of corroborate the story we got from Rolf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you said her name was Darlene.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have a last name?
Yeah, Burlock.
Great. All right. Well, Captain Clives and I are going to do everything that we can to try and find this person.
I sure hope so. I mean, there ain't no way she'd run off with she my true love. All right.
Yeah. I'll do what I can to bring you peace. And he will walk away, heading towards the edge of the Crooked Hills, without actually entering them, because obviously folklore, the nightmares that he had being what they are. And now he is calling out for Elizabeth, Darlene, and Philorel. Sorry.
Okay. You take some time to focus and clear your mind a bit. You reach out for their spirits. You don't feel their spirits, but in reaching out towards the ethereal, um, in this place, even at the edge of it, like you sense that to do this in the Crooked Hills has the potential to go bad for you.
So the potential to go good. Get it. We'll go back to Cal and Merv. Okay, I have a bad idea. Think we should follow the location of Darlene, of which we know where she actually disappeared in the middle of the night when everyone is disappearing. Hopefully to find if something is catching people by using ourselves as bait.
I will reach out
Question.
and shake Larry's hand vigorously. Thank you very much for your assistance, Larry. We are now going to enter into an operational phase of this investigation, and I will do my absolute best to keep you informed, for your story has touched me. And if I do not come and personally inform you as to the progress that we have made, I would recommend that you come and smear feces on the windows of my office.
What?
That's how certain I am that I will be back to personally inform you about what is going on, Larry.
Jeez.
It is a personal guarantee he gives to all of the good citizens of the city.
Right. I mean, I don't rightly want to handle fecal matters, sir.
Well, I mean,
but-
you don't have to do it. I'm just saying that's the degree to which I am serious about my intentions here. Understood?
Oh,
It
boy,
is
that's
more the
quite
symbology.
serious.
The fecal of a mule perhaps could also work,
Oh.
symbology wise.
Mule Dookie is real serious business. So I appreciate everything you've done for me, I guess.
And for Darlene.
For Darlene.
I give him a big hug.
Yeah, that's a little sob.
Very well. Dom, let's try and rejoin the others, let them know what we found, and try and come up with a plan, yes?
Hopefully a better one, yes.
All right, you're all able to reconvene out here in Tent City.
What'd you
I'll catch-
find?
I'll catch him up and tell him my really, really bad plan.
Wait, where did you say you were going?
It's just over there at the edge of the Crooked Hills. But honestly, my instincts are telling me it might be a part of what's wrong with the Crooked Hills.
Dom. That's gotta be the hag.
You know, there are more things in the Crooked Hills than just the hag.
Hags do kidnappings.
Well, then, I guess to the bar to drink to Elizabeth and Darlene and Philarel's memory.
Okay, but I can't find their spirits. They may not be dead.
Which is why we should go after that hag.
Can we survive a hag?
I think we survived quite a bit fouler things.
I don't know. We had a pretty rough time with cockatrices.
We did, but
Do
listen,
we have another choice, Dom? Do you want your friend back or no?
Oh no, I'm the one suggesting that we get captured by whatever it is.
I think being captured versus approaching armed might actually be, yeah. If we
And-
approach on our own terms, we can actually be prepared. But if we allow ourselves to be captured. We have no idea
Well, I mean,
what
that
state
person,
we'll be brought in at.
that person was brought in. That person's potentially bait. The purpose would be set up a trap. But also, does anyone know where the hag in the Crooked Hills lives?
In that tree.
Do you know where the tree is?
I have a feeling that if people are going missing, and if they are being taken to the Crooked Hills, it can't be too far in.
Well, what's everyone else think?
Finish with stuff? Can you make sure that you dispose of it? And then
Either way, no, sorry, Cal, go ahead.
I'm a little concerned. I mean, we're already here to do a job. Don't get me wrong. I know Philorel is your friend. Is it our intention to pursue this however long it takes?
Can we find the contact we were given without Philorel? I mean, Dom, you said you knew how to find them, but that was with your friend.
Yeah, I only know Roror in passing through the Red Meadery. That's why my lead was Philorel.
I think that we do have a job we have to do, but it would be unkind and unwell for us to potentially know where to go to save some folks who are going missing and to ignore it.
We could all just make it a rescue mission. We don't have to take on a hag ourselves. Or, at the very least, find these people and then tell the guards. They have an army.
Possibly even just tell the guards now.
I mean, happy to give them that information, but they've seemed pretty lackluster in their response.
Yes, I mean, it already seems like they are focused on just keeping the festival running. I think even if we were to tell them, they might beef up security around the eastern part of Tent City, but to thin their already thinning numbers by sending some into the hills to recover these missing individuals. Still, not a bad idea. Just to let them know, and then great, they'll beef up the border, but doesn't do anything for the individuals that have already gone missing. For fuck's sake, one way or the other, we're going into these hills, aren't we?
Kind of appears that way.
If all goes bad, you can finally use that invincible circle.
That is true. We do have a
Could we
free getaway
maybe
bubble.
stop at the magic shop first in case there's anything useful there?
Yeah, Merv, let's go shopping.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Yeah, I mean, we can't go now. I'm in a dress. I don't have my armor. I don't have my shield. I don't have.
I
We'd
mean,
have
I
to
was
get
suggesting tonight, but now that we're
You
going
want to
with
walk
that-
into the hills at night.
Okay.
Well, that was the original trap. But
Jeez.
since we're
Well,
doing
it
this,
sounds
we
like
have-
that's
Well, I mean-
that's
Is what
still
I'm
the
saying.
outstanding issue is whether or not we have someone get captured and then potentially the rest of the party follow that individual so that we've got a better sense of where this hag might be, or if we just go on the hunt. But we can work that out while we go shopping. Shall we, Merv?
I have a dumb question. Does a hag only kidnap people or anything?
I think that might be an instance of personal preference.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's like because we can just ask Basar if he would like to try to get kidnapped by the hag. And then whenever he's gone, I just summon him back when we make it to him. And we don't have to risk anybody.
Incredibly clever, but that would be entirely contingent on a hag wanting to kidnap a two-headed dragon.
We could also, conversely, send someone besides Layla's out with Basar. They get captured. Basar teleports back and tells them how to get to that person.
I mean,
That too.
I,
I only
This
thought
is-
like if the hag is picking victims, so
Okay, no, here's one more option. One more option, and it's not necessarily like a moral option. We can find somebody to quote unquote sacrifice to the hag with Basar.
I
And
was thinking maybe we just keep an eye on the edge of the tent city because if they're walking out of the tent city into the woods, I feel like there's not going to be a lot of people doing that. Like,
yeah, that's a good
yeah.
option.
because I mean, we can't exactly control who the hag is going to take. God, I
Layla-
hope we're wrong. I said that sentence out loud, and now I'm hoping we're all just wrong. And I'm hoping Philorel is just in one of these tents. Have we checked all that? I gotta go get my arm. I'll be back.
Layla, as you proposition the group to sacrifice someone, you feel your mark on your arm like warm slightly.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Guys, I take back what I said. I take back everything I said. We will save all of them. All right, who has the best morality, best moral compass here? I'm following you. Rainier, I'm sticking next to you.
Right on.
What is the plan right now? It's roughly like almost 3 in the afternoon. You have hours before you would potentially do this.
Oh,
The concept is pretty easy.
Could go back to the Red Meadery and drink while we think of other plans. We got nothing but
shopping.
time.
The,
Shopping.
the Arcanist shop, get Ember's gear, and then at sundown we wait on the border and see if anyone gets taken,
Yeah, the
or if
time
anything comes out of the hills for the
the
tents.
the time estimate for it is like midnight and after, right? So like even sundown is too early, right? Potentially, unless you want to get there early and stake it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you head back, grab Ember stuff, and you were able to check out some shops and also go to the Red Meadery. Who is the magic shop?
Yeah.
I think we'll all stick together.
As well.
Cool. You gather everybody's things, and then you head back to the where you saw the Enchanted Vale. You step into the alley and open the door into this kind of dimly lit, timber framed kind of row house shop. The windows are kind of shuttered a bit. It's again dim here, but as you step in, there's a warm, inviting hearth, and you see bookshelves full of books and candles spread about, and you see a an older female goblin who is in charge of the place, kind of sorting through some items and setting things on the shelf. She turns to you and says, yes, welcome. Come in. Welcome to the Enchanted Vale. My name is Roxik. Let me know if you need anything.
Ah,
So for the nanny,
Yeah, just start going around and like tinkering with stuff.
Merv, just one second. Roxik, I was wondering, my friend here has a bag that can hold an enormous amount of stuff. Just an unbelievable amount of things. Yeah, would you
Yeah, it's
happen to have
bigger
any?
inside.
Yes. Would you happen to have anything like that? I'm sure he'd be happy to show it to you if you need to take a look.
Well, that sounds quite impressive. Unfortunately, I don't have anything quite like that here.
Are
Well,
you in the business of buying alchemical recipes?
Potentially, it depends on the recipe and the nature of it.
I got a recipe for, I guess it's technically cockatrice anti-venom, but it's anti-petrification venom.
Ah, a very useful sort of thing. You say you have a recipe for this.
But yeah, I got some notes I can sell you, maybe in shop credit.
I've been known to dabble from time to time. What sort of price were you considering?
Well, let's see first what you got on offer,
Indeed.
and then maybe we'll conclude it as part of some kind of bargain.
Perhaps. Although I say this now, not too many people come looking for the reversal of petrification here. In fact, you're the first person ever to walk in here to speak of such things. So
I mean, I know it probably won't be like a hefty price tag, but every little bit helps.
still unique, and I like that.
What is the most? Well, where would you recommend we start looking?
Well, she kind of looks at you all. You all don't seem like you're exactly dressed for the festival. You seem more people of purpose. Slayers Guild?
No, we're more in the freelance business.
Ah. Well, some interesting things here. She steps over to her little counter, and you see like the bookshelves have kind of like it's like a bunch of knickknacks, right? Anything of value she has behind her counter. She steps up to some of the shelving there, and she says, "This here, it's a belt. It's a like a cinch belt with a wolf's head on the front of it. Not like a full wolf's head, but like a design of a wolf's head on it, very small. It says, "This here is the cinch of the wolf mother. It helps those who are good at sniffing things out. Sharpens the ears as well."
Huh. How much did something like that run for?
Oh, well, this has been on the shelf for a while, so 350 gold ought to cover it. We also have these wonderful slippers here, very popular for the more well-to-do in town. While wearing them, your feet will always be warm and comfortable.
Look, I promise I wouldn't do anything stupid.
Merv glances at his bare feet.
I trust you.
Do they stretch?
I don't.
They might, perhaps.
So I warm and comfortable. How exactly?
They're just always comfortable.
How much does comfy shoes cost?
50 gold.
50 gold for comfy shoes.
There's a lot of stuff. Actually, there's like this cosplay competition, which is
Oh, something we've been sold a few of these recently. She pulls out a wand from a set of 3. It looks like there was 5 total on this rack. She goes, "This here," and waves it quickly in the air, and it leaves like a trail behind in the air itself. She says, "This here is a wand of air glyphs. You can write in the air itself, and it remains for a few moments. Very fun this time of year for the festival."
How many charges it got?
Oh, it works forever. It's steel at 100 gold.
Anybody interested in anything so far?
No, not really. Also, I spent most of my money on clothes, so I'm good. I got a little bit if you need it, though, Merv.
What you got behind the counter there?
Where is this out of proportional area for you?
How do you mean?
So far, we got belt what makes you good at sniffing and hearing, which is interesting, I will admit. Does it make your nose grow, or just...
I don't think so.
Cal, you want the comfy slippers? That seems
Oh
like...
no, I was thinking you'd treat yourself.
Oh. Nah, I kind of like being able to feel the ground, to be honest.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it helps to stay grounded.
I see what you did there.
There's like a slight flicker of a smirk under Murph's mustache. What else you got on offer? Maybe you got anything, how do I phrase, combat oriented or the martially inclined?
Well, I do have these here. She reaches under her countertop and sets up with little goblin hands a set of bracers. These here are good for those who like ranged combat, good for archery and the like.
What benefit do they provide?
I think they help your arrows find purchase and hit harder, from what I understand. I'm not really a fighter myself.
How much did that run for?
I will tell you in just a moment. These here, normally they'd go for about 1,500 gold, but since it's harvest time, I could let them go for 1,447 gold.
That is admittedly a bit out of our price range. For the moment, at least.
I see.
Sub 500, I think, actually is kind of our sweet spot at the moment.
Well, that's the only combat-oriented item I have. I do have something more esoteric you might be interested in.
Very much.
This here is... she takes out a little painting. This here is a very special kind of painting. Once you sort of kind of talk to it a bit, it becomes a portrait of yourself. You can literally step in to the painting, and then you can be carried about.
Well, that's neat.
How big is the frame for the painting?
It's just a portrait, so let's say it's like 3 feet, like 3 feet by 2 feet. A bargain at only 250 gold.
I mean, I can think of a few ways that might be useful to us, but I feel like we're also clever enough to figure out other means if we need to. Although 250 is a goddamn steal.
Yeah, I don't know if I could fit that quite in the big inside bag. Might be a little too wide.
I mean, even if it weren't, it's still, while maybe inconvenient carrying size, it's still more convenient than a whole, 6'2" Dragonborn.
How does one get out of the picture?
You see, she sets it again, like she walks up from her countertop, sets it against the base of it, and steps into it. It's a painting of like a desert, like a beach,
Mhm.
and then suddenly she is in the painting on the beach. She's making like a little like wave with her hand. But the painting does not move. It remains stand as it is. And then you see her step out of the painting.
Oh, it's totally under your control.
Ooh, it's very interesting, this thing.
Yes, might come in quite handy if we have any bits of subterfuge we have to do. Perhaps give the painting as a gift.
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, shall I mark you down for the painting and one pair of slippers, then?
I don't think I'll be putting any money towards the painting myself, so I mean, Cal, if you think it's a good idea.
Merv? Extract my gold from that bag.
Yeah, Merv counts out your gold. How much do you want?
You know what? Give me all of it. I'm going to do some shopping after this as well. Let's see. What was it for the painting? 200?
250.
250. Okay. Well, that makes this easier. Great. I will purchase the painting. Merv, are you getting those slippers for yourself?
No, I think I'm good. Might inquire further about any little baubles you got. Anything good for magic types, but
Oh, this seems to be the most of what I have that might fit what you're looking for.
the belt is tempting. So it just makes you smell good.
Makes you smell good, and she like looks at it for a moment. You see her like she's trying to remember what it does specifically. Smell good, you hear. It. You can also create flowers. I think when you vines, that sort of thing, while wearing it. And if I remember when they sold it to me, the ability to talk to animals, but that sounds right.
Does it
I
let you see in
mean,
the dark?
I don't recall that.
even if it only does the first couple things, sharpens your senses and all that. I mean, Legolas has got pretty keen senses already. Sharpening those skills might be good, better, best.
Also, he is fond of talking to animals.
Is true. Would make it easier.
How
Legolas,
much?
you here?
I'm here. I'm just being nosy.
Yeah,
How
what,
much
what do you
would you
think?
would you take off the top of that if I throw in the recipe?
This is for the for which item again?
I'll go the
W-
cinch of the wolf mother.
Oh,
It's a
and how
belt
much was
that'll.
that one?
It's 350.
Oh, I thought about that one, but it's so expensive. I
I
figured
think it'd
more.
be really useful to you. I might help you out.
I mean, I mean, I guess I can give like 100 gold.
Was it three? How much was it? 300?
350.
350.
350.
I'll try to roll
Um,
a quick persuasion check to see how much I can haggle on the recipe. Like
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
pull out my little notebook page, be like, okay, so let's talk shop real quick about that. You say it's been, well, you're a little foggy on the details anyway, but I got this here recipe.
A 21. Okay. She goes, What's the hardest to gather ingredient you make it from?
Cockatrice bud.
Blood itself.
I could throw in a cockatrice egg on top of that if you're interested.
Now we're talking.
Merv smiles.
Recipe, low demand but unique. The egg.
Yeah. Egg is kind of my big gun I had in the back pocket, but I will produce the egg and set it down. I don't know if I told anybody else that I had this egg in my bag.
I think we saw you take it. I think that was.
I think it might have happened while everybody was fucking around with the bridges and stuff.
Maybe.
So Dom might have seen it.
That's what it was.
You set the egg on the countertop. You can see her like she's like licking her lips, hungrily at this egg.
Yeah.
All right. The recipe, the egg. I'll take 200 off.
And I'll offer Laylis. I got 50 gold for you.
Yeah, Merv will nod and say, sounds like a deal to me.
She shakes your hand. You exchange the recipe, the cockatrice egg. She slides over the belt, and the money is exchanged. And then Cal purchases the Sentinel portrait.
I will take the
100.
belt and hand it over to Laylis.
Cool.
You would need to either attune to the item or have it like identified by one of your friends.
Where is it at? How do I do? Oh,
I'm gonna put it into your thing.
oh,
But in
okay.
terms of like knowing what it does, she explains
see-
you can it'll require your attunement.
I want to see
Okay.
what it does. I'm so curious.
Ember, are you here? Do you mind telling me what this does? If you can.
Do we need it now? Because I might need that magical. I mean, I can take time. I can take it. It'll take longer, but I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're in any rush for real.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, we got a
not
few hours.
here on the street, but
Yeah, we'll have a
eventually.
few hours later.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do it later.
Are we in like a shopping district?
So to speak, yeah. There's like some
Okay.
other stuff around here.
I'll tell you what I'm looking to buy. I am looking to buy a tent like the ones in Tent City. I'm looking to buy just some what I imagine to be, just because of music festivals I've been, like hippie clothes that I see people wearing in the Tent City.
Okay.
And I would like to buy the absolute best, highest quality, most likely to keep me warm and dry and happy foul weather gear, since we're going back out into the wilderness. Right. And I would like to buy whatever that foul weather gear is. I am going to do my best to buy a set for everybody.
Yeah. the kind of stuff you're asking for sounds like stuff from the PHB for me. So you can go check the prices and deduct it from your gold.
Great.
The outdoor weather gear, I
Mhm.
don't know if that specifically is in the handbook.
Plus,
But
this
for
is
like,
cold weather clothing.
yeah, for like high gear like that, actually,
Oh, I think cold weather clothing is in the PHB.
Yeah. Because I got a pair. I bought some at the last town.
yeah, cold weather. I was gonna say 10 gold for what you're looking for, and the cold weather is also 10 gold. So
Okay.
it'd be 10 gold.
Right. So, are we talking 20 gold total?
The clothing is 10 gold per set, right?
okay,
And then
great.
you look at whatever it is else that you want to buy.
Great. I'll find that stuff in the PHP and mark it off my sheet.
Cool, hell yeah.
Before we leave this store, well, at least I leave the store, I would like to buy like. I still am not too positive. I'm gonna go with like four or five uses of gum Arabic.
Okay,
You only need when you have your set, your component pouch, it's got gum Arabic in it, and that doesn't vanish when you use it.
right, unless the spell says like consumes, right? But a lot of people like to RP like I'm stocking up on my components, and like you're welcome to you're welcome to like deduct a little bit of money. That's up to you. But if your spell says requires item cost this, then you absolutely need that item.
Okay. Oh, I do have a quick question about that then. So I have like the booming blade, and it says a melee weapon worth at least 1 silver piece.
Yeah, your melee weapons all are worth more than 1 silver
Oh,
piece.
okay. I didn't know if it would I thought it was gonna like use that item and like I wouldn't have it
No.
after that.
No, no,
Okay.
no. Yeah. You just have to be holding it. Like I don't know of a weapon in the game that isn't worth at least a silver.
Fair enough. Okay.
And I buy Laylis like 3 like lengths of wood for wood carving and scrimshawing.
Just some
Hell,
logs?
hell yeah,
It's essentially just like 3 broom handles.
yeah. Three. 2 copper. will get
Yeah,
you.
it's like the handle of like a shovel somebody cut in half
Oh god.
twice.
All right, Cal, your portrait's in your inventory.
Fantastic.
This
Thank
might-
you.
This might be wild, but perhaps like in that arcane shop, was there any accessibility of scrolls?
Oh, very good question.
Specifically considering like
Um,
a hunter's mark theoretically just for the sake of tracking, but I don't think that that's going to get us far.
Yeah. Yeah. If you needed to scroll at first and second level, they would have depending on what you're asking for, like they most likely will have it, right? First level spell scroll is 60 gold. The second level is 120.
Hmm.
And they have their own set DCs. It doesn't use your own.
Right.
Cool. Laylis, in your inventory, you have something called the unidentified item. Until you
Yes.
attune to it or identify it, that's what your cinch is.
Okay.
Same with you, Merv. Your coin is still technically unidentified.
I'll have a formal identification of that actually when we sit down this afternoon.
Cool. Any other shopping bits that people want to take care of now that they're in town? Laylis, you said you were looking for armor. They don't have magic armor, but if you want to buy better armor than what you're wearing, you're welcome to.
Yeah, I was gonna go see about an armor set.
Yeah, they have studded leather armor here, which is the next step up from what you are currently wearing. Sorry. Cool. Here the cost is 55 gold.
Oh,
Oof.
Ow.
Oh shit! I want to buy a shield, a halfling size shield.
one
Shield,
sec.
shield, hell yeah. Shields, normally 10 are 15 here. Tourist prices.
Tourist halfling shields.
Yep.
Let's see. He said 15.
15 gold. Yeah.
Okay, deal.
So Layla, so you buying the armor?
No, I will not
Okay.
at this moment.
Whenever I meet back up with the group, I look like that rich idiot who just got out of REI after telling everybody there that he was going to go hike the Appalachian Trail and is just covered in brand new gear, right? And in my arms is like all of this cold weather clothing that I just sort of dump out as I see everybody. Our last trip was so miserable, I wasn't going to do that again, and I certainly wasn't going to let my friends suffer either. Here, I think I've got everyone's sizes correctly, please.
Laylis, were you looking to buy armor?
I was just seeing what they had. Just um, s- yeah, I was. I just wasn't sure. I like being comfy, but everything
Okay.
here's really
I mean,
expensive.
I can make some of that stuff, right? Just like if you have an idea, I mean, just run it by me. Friendly neighborhood forge master over here. Remember, we went and got my tools even.
Yeah, at some point I might have you take this shield
Not
and
talking to you,
make it.
Murph, but I will do that for you. Absolutely. You're yes, absolutely.
No, I mean like make it
That
also
was
into
that
like
was rude of me. Sorry.
a pot you can use
Wait.
at the same
Huh?
time. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're
Wait,
gonna have to clarify that. What kind of armor like you want some like scale? You want we
mm,
don't
ah,
we have I think we have another set of chainmail I can like take in for it.
I didn't think that far ahead. I can think on that and then come back to you.
Yeah, just, run it by me. We got some time. We'll be walking into the hills.
That is true. Okay.
Speaking
Um,
of walking into the hills, putting on more scale mail between us might not be the stealthiest choice, just as a consideration, Laylis.
That's true.
Also, Laylis, you spent time in the military.
Mhm.
You know that you don't move well in heavy armor. For
Yeah.
you, like your best armor is going to be the studded leather armor.
That's what I thought. Laylis is like having like a slight panic attack. Everybody's like staring at him, waiting for him to say something.
Listen, you
I'm
can't
just,
have my set mods fitted. Thank you.
No, that's fair.
I was just throwing that out there. We don't gotta worry about that now. Right.
So, Cal, what's all this?
Oh, it's top of the line adventuring gear. The salesman told me so.
Hmm. Kind of
That-
like tests fabric and stretches it and inspects it.
Yes, I've got a set for everyone. That last day in particular, miserable. Felt like it was raining up from the ground. It was awful.
Well, it was very kind of you. He'll throw a cloak on. Now, an important thing we should discuss is, barring seeing anyone leave for the hills or being taken into them, seeing as we only have a few days in our search, should we be preparing to go into the hills tonight, regardless of whether or not we are following or trapping or being bait through taken into the hills themselves?
Tom, how far away are the hills?
I mean, they're right at the edge of Tent City, but they go far in.
Yeah, I mean they extend, all the way to the coastline, further up past the lake, following the river a bit. They stop short of the Grand Forest to the north.
And as long as we're in range of getting back on time, if we can't find someone, we can always just try to find this hut. I get the feeling tonight, if we don't find it and we get some sleep, that we might find it while we're sleeping. If you get my meaning.
Oh, true.
Right.
True.
Would it make sense that if it is the case that this hag is hunting people and taking them at night, that it would be easier to find her hut at night?
This is gonna suck quite a lot, I think.
Right, you are.
What can you tell us, Rainier? What are we walking into?
Never faced one myself, but in the militia there's opportunity to train and know little bits about creatures such as this, and then my separate studies. These creatures have the ability to affect the weave, cast spells. Potentially, they're not as strong by themselves as they are when they are in a coven. Seeing as we only saw one of them walking through our dreams, I think so far that puts us in a pretty good spot as far as that is concerned. But the fact that we have been seeing her in our dreams is, I think that puts us after a fashion, a bit of a disadvantage. There's a very real possibility that she has an understanding of our fears, and if her particular skills lean towards illusion or any such conjuration so as to summon our fears, I think that puts us at a disadvantage as well. That all said, they are still Fae and flesh and very killable.
Well, I can propose something. It's still out. It's still light out. I mean, out of the group, I haven't been haunted by this old-looking hag yet. Um, I, I mean, I can go and run through the forest for a little bit, see if I can find anything before it even gets dark, and then come back and let you guys know what's around, what's a good trail to go through. I just need something to look for.
Just so you know, you will not be in your favorite environment. The hills are not forest.
Fair. It's fair enough. I still feel like I'm the better one for this particular set. Besides
And you've
Dom.
got that new belt.
That is
Oh
true.
yeah, you ought to get that inspected real quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can do that.
You can do that to my coin too, real quick.
Yeah. I mean, not here on the street. We should.
I figured we were on our way back to a place to sit.
Yeah. I just don't think it's a great idea, Layla, to go off on your own.
Well,
What if she mind controls you and then we never see you again?
honestly, I feel like she would have a hard time with the one that she has to fight over me for.
Yeah, I guess you are spoken
Fucking
for.
good point. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
kind of
but
fucked,
like
huh?
you might still be dead is sort of the point. Like
See, I would say that, right? But I learned something this morning. I'm like a favorite of this chick. I don't think she wants me to die. I really feel like she would be there if need be to prevent me from dying.
Are you really willing to risk your life on that bet?
I
seems
mean,
like
we're gonna die here
Exactly
anyway.
what you would be doing.
Yes, but at
Like,
this
are you
at
their
this
only
current
favorite
moment,
person, or are you just like one of 1,000?
It's just one of the irons in the fire.
I
Yeah.
think at this moment I'm the only one until whenever the next one shows up. But
You're the
You're
only
betting,
one until there's another one, and then
you're betting your life on this, and
if there can be another one, it means that if you're dead, there's gonna be another one.
gosh, you could probably find an.
Maybe before you run off into the woods, we should put this to the test.
I don't think that that's necessary.
Let's hear him out.
Well, I mean,
punch Layla in the arm.
wait, put what to the test? Me
I-
dying?
I punch Layla in the arm.
Oh God.
Do you want to inflict damage to him?
No, just didn't save you from that. Or that.
Okay, so
Or that.
okay.
Hit the same spot.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stop now.
There are two people that I know that watch me. Her and her brother. She mentioned slightly that
Okay,
if
that's
in-
just weird.
Yeah, no. She mentioned slightly that if in the off chance that I would need aid, she would be more accommodating to aid than her brother would.
Sure, but would that maybe come with more deals that you have to make? Or
Wait,
more
Probably, but I haven't made
favors?
it that far.
How do you know the brother is watching you?
She told me.
Oh,
Well, she said they both can watch me.
that's just weird.
That's what I said. Well, I said it mentally, not out loud. Didn't want her to get mad.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, I mean,
also,
that's fair.
so Ember, I thought about it. This morning when you guys were gone, I was out looking. I ran into this old guy, and I pull out the gold feather from the canary that like was left on the bench. I'm like,
Mhm.
I mean, he's talking to me. I'm by process of elimination. He knew about everything that happened, so I'm just gonna highly assume that's the brother. Ran into him. He seems really nice, but he left behind a feather.
Okay.
I'm gonna. You want a feather? You want a gold one?
Oh my god. Oh, Martin, what's going on here?
I don't even know where to begin to what the fuck with what's going on with you.
This is the oldest one. You're supposed to be the smart. You're supposed to be the wisest one. With age comes. Let me identify that too.
I
Hand it
don't.
over.
I don't know that that's exactly the case.
At this
Yeah.
point, I think I'm coming around on having him go run around in the hills, and we just kind of see what happens with that. Because at least then we'll know a little bit more about what the fuck he's got going on. Like maybe if she does save him, like okay, well that answers that question.
I
bank
am
that for
inclined
later.
to actually trust Laylis to be able to keep himself alive, regardless of god
that's
powers
a-
that are speaking to him directly.
I mean, he is good at running. That is true.
He's
That is
really
very
fucking
true.
good at running. Remember those
Yeah, like one of
fucking
the best at running.
teleporting motherfuckers?
Yeah, you're great at running.
I'm right here.
Okay, well,
ran
I meant
real fast.
the really little ones.
I mean,
All right, give me those things so I can
How
ask
do I get
Martin
these
what they
things?
are.
yeah, be careful about that coin. You don't want to move it too much.
How do I give Ember things? How do I do that? Oh, send the player. Don't answer.
You
No,
just
you don't. You don't actually have to give it to me. That was just Ember saying hand over things for me to identify.
I will. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you want to take some time to identify like everybody's crap right now?
May as well.
It'd
Yeah,
be like,
sorry, I was yawning, but yeah,
yeah. It'd be like
we got time.
Yeah, you have you have 12 hours.
Oh gosh.
Like it's 3 in the afternoon. You have nothing to do till nightfall, like deep in the night. Cool. You take time. During this time, you've made your way into the meadery. It's mid-afternoon. Again, it's like slamma jammed. But you guys somehow find a table here. You're talking amongst yourselves. You begin identifying all of this stuff here. The okay. um, Hal knows what his portrait does. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. Laylis, you see what the cinch of the wolf mother does. um, it does require attunement, so you can take the hour time to do an attunement. People can take a short rest during this time if you need to for any reason. The belt itself, it's made of treated and tanned intestine of a dire wolf, and enchanted to imbue you with ferocity and determination of the wolf. While you wear the belt, you can use an action to cast Druid Craft, or Speak with
Nailed
Animals at will. In
Ooh.
addition, you have advantage on Wisdom checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Okay. Now I gotta go do
Um,
research real quick.
Cinch of the Wolf Mother.
Well, you don't have to use the spell to talk to animals anymore.
I
Right.
actually, so that's the funny thing I meant to ask you just now when you said that. Do I get 2 free casts of that? Is that a thing?
Yes, yeah. Although the one you can do, like the one is like you get it once for free, and then you'd have to like recast those spells. This cinch is free
At
forever,
will.
at
No
will
use of
forever,
spell slots. No limited use. You can just
Yeah.
as long as you are attuned to it.
Got
Yeah,
it.
it's
Okay.
basically like a cantrip for you now.
Yeah. Well done. Okay, cool. And then Merv, your doubloon is revealed. It essentially does everything that it's described to you, but now you can see precisely what it is. If it falls into coinage, it changes its appearance to mimic other coins near it. And then when it is touched by an intelligent creature, it will reveal itself. You use a bonus action to toss it 20 feet, and then the coin itself becomes the Barb Devil, right? It disappears after an hour, and then it has a 5% chance when it vanishes. When the devil vanishes, whether by an hour or it dies, then you roll a d100, 5 and below, then the coin disappears somewhere else. The devil is specifically friendly to you and your companions automatically. Has its own turns. It obeys your commands, but defends its self. And then you can use it once every dawn.
Nice.
It's gonna be
Um,
heartbreaking when I use Barnaby for the first time just to have a chill hang and he gets sent somewhere else.
You get sent somewhere else.
See you, Barnaby.
The canary feather is a feather token of feather fall. When falling, whoever has this can toss it, and then they will be under the effect of a feather fall.
Is it a one-time usage?
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, that's still pretty good.
I will add that to the description right now. How do I do that?
If it helps, I've had fairy fall, or I've had a feather fall, prepared like every day since the beginning, just waiting for the moment.
Okay.
Now, after your items are identified, you are back in the red meadery. where there are potential contact points for like your contact for Rodor. You've learned through association through Dom, like they've come here before. Like that's how Dom knows is like she came here to get drunk. And hung out with like Phil Laurel and Dom while they were here. So you are in a place where this person you are supposed to be looking for has been known to be seen. Although, from what Baracus has told you, they have not had contact with them for a little while.
While we're chilling here, can I start my attunement thing, or do I have to be completely still? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you can't be like dancing.
Kinda
You know
just
what I
have
mean?
to
You
focus
like,
on it.
yeah, you got to meditate for like an hour. But yeah, you can do so.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, it's going to take roughly an hour for like Amber to like get all this stuff identified, right? So yeah, you can do your attunement to it.
Great. Okay, and then I'll spend my time doing that. Thank you.
See, I knew that item would be good for you.
Thank you. You and your bartering skills really got it for me.
I mean, kinda. I feel like you're gonna have fun with Druidcraft. It's a small one, but it's very flavorful.
Does anybody have anything they want to do before night falls and you all head out to stalk the wilderness?
Laylis. Laylis,
Yes.
let me see your leather armor.
Oh, okay. And I guess I'll just strip my leather armor off real quick.
And Merv, I need the chainmail that you've been carrying around in the big inside bag.
Yeah, I take it and dump it out.
All right, I got leather, I got metal. Give me an hour.
Okay.
I will create a set of studded leather armor out of the leather armor and the chainmail.
Creates a set of studded leather armor.
Yeah, I will use my my channel divinity ritual.
Yep.
I'm not just like cutting it apart and
Laylis, you can tell us what the
you
weather's
have
gonna be like.
provided. You have certainly provided what you need for it. Okay.
I
Your
would. How do I do that? If I continue
your
on
leather
already?
armor turns into the studded leather armor.
You?
your leather wasn't magical, right? I probably should have asked before I did this. Oh god, it wasn't magical, right? I didn't just
No,
oh god.
it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. You're fine.
Perfect. All right, good. Woof.
Okay.
Get rid of that.
Okay. Your armor class goes up by 1 from 14 to 15.
I'm gonna give Amber a big hug. Big hug. And I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just buy just buy
I don't
armor.
do these things.
If you want something heavier later, I can make you scale mail, but
I
they're
think
right. It'll be harder to sneak around in.
Yeah. I think I'll be okay right now. Probably for a long time. This is a dumb question. How do I use the Druidcraft? Wait, do I have to add it to my spellbook?
Yeah, I can add that for you. I didn't add it on the item itself, but I will go ahead and edit the item that you can cast spells from it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Merv asked what the weather was, and I wanted to do it.
It's so powerful. You could tell us what the weather is.
I mean, you can
It's the
you have access to it, so you can say you cast it.
Yeah, it's the strongest Druidcraft use.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to know what the weather is for the next 24 hours?
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
Guess what everyone's favorite weather becomes?
fucking rainy.
Torrential rain.
God damn it.
Wonderful night for a stakeout.
That sounds like the best time for me to go to the woods. What do you mean?
I was not joking.
Okay, anything else in this bar before we fast forward time and you all are camping out?
I do actually want to ask around if anyone has or like knows the name Rodar and
Uh,
describe her a little bit.
Get back on track.
yes. Yeah, Dom knows her.
Yeah, but Dom doesn't know where to find her, so
Yeah, Dom knows her.
We're not that close.
yeah, so I'm trying to find someone who might be.
You catch one of the servers named Mary, and she says, um, Dom? Did you describe what she looked like?
I
Young
would
girl
have.
with red hair.
Yeah. Young human girl, young, bright red hair. Um, uh, you describe her and give a timeline of like when she was kind of around, right? Mention, like she was hanging out with Phil Laurel and Dom here. And this server recognizes you, Dom. You've seen her around here. Um, um, yeah, I remember her. She hasn't been here for a while now. Um, you know what? The weird thing that always stood out to me was before she stopped showing up, she was hanging out with this older woman. Came in a few times. What was her name? Like Melina something. Melina? I don't know. They seemed real close.
Well, that's better than nothing. And you don't happen to know anything more about this woman, right?
What, Rodor, you mean?
Oh, either one, really.
Well, I know the older woman had a place in town. She paid extra for like delivery one day. Like made us bring food to her.
So someone here has been to her house.
Um, yeah, I think Peter went.
He working?
She looks around the place a bit, spies him, brings him over. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Mary here was just saying that you did a delivery to a woman named Melina some time ago, an elderly woman. You wouldn't happen to remember about where in town that was?
Melina? No, but the delivery I remember, the only delivery I've ever done, she tipped amazingly. But Melina's not her name.
All right. What was it?
Uh, Umeli something.
Oh, fucking shit. Well, that makes that easy, actually. And that address? Or about the neighborhood?
I don't think he'll forget this. He got tipped amazingly. He
Yeah.
wants to go back.
I don't remember the address, but I can show you
Do it.
That
for
would
10
actually
gold.
be spectacular, and I will give him 20.
You see like takes his like a little towel, sets it on Mary's arm, says, "I'm on break." He will take you to where he delivered food.
Hell yeah.
He takes you to a simple looking like a duplex cottage kind of thing in town here. um, Something that would have several rooms inside of it. Nothing fancy. Something that, by all accounts, you would walk by and not think twice about. Just a normal place here. He says, "Yeah, I delivered it there. She didn't answer the door. She just said leave it. And then gold just kind of like appeared on the ground in a pouch. I don't know how that works, but I didn't care to find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Free money, free money.
FFers.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Thank you, Peter.
And he heads off. And you are standing looking at this place.
I
Knock on the door.
go and knock, yeah.
You knock. It's a fairly simple wooden door. There is no answer. There's a window nearby the door. You look in. There's no lights on or anything like that. You don't see anyone there.
I think I'll walk around to see if there's maybe a back door or something in the backyard.
Yeah, you walk around and there is like a little back alleyway entrance to behind the house. There is a back door here.
I'll try knocking on that one.
Yeah, no answer. Jiggle the handle, locked.
Can I check the front door, see if it's locked?
Yeah, both are locked.
Oh, I have an idea. Gonna love
If
it.
it's breaking in, I will remind you that this is in fact a mage, and she almost certainly, if she cares about this facility, has it rigged in some manner to either alert her to any intruders or possibly, and I'll draw a finger across my neck.
I didn't say meat going in.
Fair enough, and I'll take a step back for you.
I could just summon Basar inside her door and have him open the door.
I'm
You see-
imagining you like
see-
laying down on the ground and like turning upside down so you can peek just a little bit under the door.
No, I
You
just gotta.
see my
gotta
face in real life start blinking.
I just gotta look through the window again. I can summon him in an empty spot in front
You
of
can
me.
summon him in an unoccupied space of your choice within 30 feet. It doesn't say this, but I will assume it that you can see.
The
Even
fact that it doesn't say
Yeah.
you can see.
I think the assumption is how would you know it's unoccupied if you cannot see it, right?
Absolutely.
Reasonable, yeah.
Reasonable deduction.
so, Sean, since he hasn't been summoned today, do
Right,
I
he exists
there?
currently.
Okay.
He
So I gotta
exists
explain it a lot.
currently. So yeah. As an action, you magically summon the Drake remains. You can use this feature to summon him again. So as he already exists, you can re-summon him once for free, and then after that costs spells.
Got it.
If he,
I
yeah.
I will use that free one to before he goes. I'm like, Basar. All right.
Father, I was born for this.
Oh God.
I will
It doesn't make me feel any better about it.
And I will I'll peek like inside the window and just like point with my finger so I get like an accurate spot, and I'm like, and Basar, go, and I'll resummon him in that little spot.
Okay, you all see Basar's form like turn to mist and disappear, and you hear like a little clutter happening inside from there. You can hear the scratching of claws on wood. At the door, you can see the door handle like jiggling a bit, and then you in Draconic he's speaking, so those that understand Draconic can hear him saying, "Father, my claws, they're not working. I'm using my teeth."
No, use your tail. Use the tail. Wrap around it and twist.
You see, so you hear more scratching and banging on the door, the jiggling of it. And he goes, "Father, it's not doing anything."
Instead of whispering, I'm like, use your tail. Wrap the door handle in your tail.
Did he unlock it first?
That's a good point. How does these lock work? I keep picturing a deadbolt, but I don't feel like they have deadbolts back then.
Do me a favor with Basar. Roll. Okay, it says sleight of hand, but this is sleight of tail. You can roll sleight of tail for him.
Oh,
Yes.
It's just he's just banging against this door.
Well, Basar lives in there now
His
for today.
physiology is unable to interact with this in the way that
Ugh.
he and you expected.
what kind of lock is this?
You don't know because you're on the outside of the door. Well, sorry, from where you can see, right? There is a key that goes into it, right? So there's a key that would slip in.
Dom.
Yeah,
Bizarre
yes.
struggling. Can you
It
open this?
looks like that.
I mean, I'm
We
kind of
do
enjoying
know.
watching it, to be honest. Like,
I mean, yeah. He's doing great. Not doubting him, but he is struggling a little.
So
Wait, what am I doing? 1 second. Never mind.
what's the question?
Do you want to pick
Hey,
the lock?
Absolutely not. This is a mage's house. There's probably a trap there, and if not a
I would
trap, they're gonna know
assume
that we
there's no
somehow went in.
trap. Basar's been scratching this lady's door for a hot minute.
You
This
also
door,
assume
like,
that
is
some
like
dream
bumping.
god is gonna come and save you, and the fact that a hag might kill you. So no.
Okay. Well, okay. Back to well, while they try to figure something out, I'm just gonna keep trying to coach Basar to open it with his tail.
Okay, he's doing everything he can to open this door. He
how much
simply does not have the physiology to interact with this.
is there? Like a window to look in?
Yeah.
Okay, what can we see if we look? Like, I'm gonna ask somebody to like hoist me up so I can look in there.
You see, like an entry room that leads into like a living room. You see like a well-appointed kitchen in the back, and a hallway that seemingly would lead to another portion of the
Can I-
place. So there's
Can we get at an angle where I can like see Basar at the door?
yeah, you can get an angle where you begin to see him, and he is like claws in the wood. Like one head is biting at the door handle, the other his tail is just slamming into the lock mechanism. Again, he's physically not
Yeah.
able to.
But I can
interact
see
with
the
this.
door handle, right?
Yeah.
I'll twist the door handle real quick.
Using your special
Uh-huh.
mind powers. Cool. You twist the door handle. It doesn't like you twist it. This thing is locked. Like it is a key mechanism that actually locks the whole thing. So just opening the door itself, turning the handle does not open the door from the inside.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I got nothing. We either gonna pick that door, kick it down, or just leave.
Can I just have? Well, while we try to figure that out, I'm gonna tell Basar to like go and roam to see if he can make sure there's no dead bodies.
Cool. You hear little clawed footsteps disappearing, and Merv, you see like his form going around and jumping up on things, knocks a few things over,
Oh
and
my God.
is just like sorting about the place.
Okay, well, it's not going well in there.
No, not at all. But it's fine.
On the plus side, he hasn't been killed by any arcane traps.
Mm.
On the other hand, we do need to get him out of there.
I can handle that. That's fine.
Okay, then I think we should get out this situation and return at some other point.
Got it.
I mean, you've already fucked the door up real hard. You know that, right?
Yep.
Like, if we don't go in and fix the door is all clawed to shit from the inside.
Oh, because she's definitely going to know it was a couple of us, right?
I mean, we're the only ones who walk around with a gecko as that, like, a big fucked up lizard. So, like,
Yeah, but that can be its own excuse.
I mean,
you
he's
all
gnawing
have-
on that door handle right now. Like,
You hear something break inside, very loud. You all have been here for a little while now.
yeah, it's going well.
Yeah. You let's see. It would be Laylis is preoccupied. Ember would be the next person to notice. Ember, you see a figure like walking directly towards all of you.
Coming, incoming, incoming, incoming.
Look casual.
Yeah, it's
Is
too
there
late
like
for that.
is there like a chimney?
There is a chimney.
Got it. Okay.
Oh god.
You, Doug, you see a bunch of people like fucking around with this house that you've been watching for days now. You heard them in the meadery asking about Rodor. And then they come here of all places.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Hi. What are you doing?
We've actually been asked to inquire about the owner of the place, and incidentally, a friend of ours, well, a pet of our friends, got itself stuck inside.
How does a pet get lost inside?
A little bit of magic.
Yeah, clumsily also.
Hmm.
We are trying to get him out, though.
Is,
An animal is
Well, you know
first-
how those
first-
things can be, chasing after rodents and whatnot.
Is this your house or?
No, but I'm looking for someone.
Oh, you want to help us break in?
Oh, is that the plan?
I mean,
Gotta
it's
get
not
Dragon
the
out.
plan. Yeah, we got to get the fucking fucked up lizard out of there.
Well,
Doug,
I'm
could you describe what everyone sees? Can you describe your character for us?
Yeah, you see a very large humanoid with very animal features, a large mane, pointed hairy ears, very furry thick eyebrows, much like myself. When they're talking, they have fangs, very sharp teeth. Their hands have very long nails. Very toned, tall and skinny, with feline-esque eyes. And very tall. If you're looking for Umeli, then maybe we have similar interests.
Well, that is correct. Although we are not trying to start off on the bad side, that may be too little, too late.
Yeah,
But-
no, we've already.
I like butt in real quick. You guys, you look cool, really cool. I can't get him out, and he's broken a lot of shit.
Can you get him close to the window?
Okay, no, if we have to go in and fix things, I'm just gonna open the door.
Yeah, yeah, get up there, big guy. You go
Please.
kick it or
Sorry,
something.
that was Dom.
Okay.
I am going to wait. Can anyone see if there's some sort of magical trap?
I mean,
No.
hasn't been yet.
Yeah, but we haven't checked. Can we do that before I put my very delicate fingers?
Give me
next
10
to the door?
minutes. Fine, give me 10 minutes.
No,
Or-
not 10 minutes.
Okay, then you're not getting a check.
Would
Get
you
after it,
just
bud.
would you just like Basar on this side of the window?
Wait, why don't you put one of
Yes.
us on that side of the window?
No. Okay. Oh my God.
Then you can just open it from the inside. No trap.
The
Actually-
less we've already been caught by somebody. Hi, my name is Rainier. I'll stick out my hand to them and shake. I would
Waggle.
rather again not be caught by Umeli. If we can get Basar out of there, we come back later. Let Umeli discover whatever has happened inside on her own accord. We are going to be better off. We should not be
Father.
breaking in.
Father,
Oh God. I go back.
you,
I'm
you,
like, yes, yes.
you hear him scream, yelling from inside. Father,
Yeah.
I have been everywhere.
Oh my god.
I've been everywhere. There is nothing to feast on here. It is empty.
That's good because you didn't find something, but okay.
I'm gonna ask just a very obvious. Have we tried the door?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
No, it was a very sorry. I'm just getting antsy about the fact that we are.
Is-
I at least am
is
trying
there-
not to break in at broad daylight.
Is
It's
there a
going to be the
window?
less dangerous thing we do today.
Yeah,
so.
Merv has been like held up to the window. The window.
I Wimbo, you Wimbo.
Yeah, there's a window right there.
Okay. Can you just? I can break the window. We can
Yeah,
get
just
Basar. I
smash
can
the
then
shit up.
fix the window. It'll be fine.
Oh,
What
right,
about
yeah.
the rest
How
of
long will
It'll
it take
take
you to
it'll
fix the
take
window?
like 2 minutes. 1 minute.
Oh,
Yeah, just break the window, throw me in there.
what?
No.
No, we're
we are
trying
not.
to get Basar out.
Basari, can you just jump to the window?
Can
Can't we
I
just
see
help one of
Basar
them?
from the window?
Yeah, you see him running very quickly towards the window.
I cast Vortex Warp.
Okay. Basar doesn't know what you are doing, so he will not automatically resist. So you'll need to make the saving throw for him.
Oh god. Oh god.
So just a con save for him.
A poor Basar.
All right, he fails.
Oh, is that good? I forget how this works.
It is.
It's good
Yeah,
for
it means
us.
he is teleported. Yes.
Yeah, he
Okay.
teleported right to your feet, Laylis.
Kind of, momentum carries him into your legs a bit. Father, I made it.
I just, you know what? I just give him I give him like a day's worth of rations at this point. Like he was just having his best time.
Oh yeah. His two heads are like fighting over it.
Wow, that seemed really complicated,
It probably was.
like overly.
It was yeah. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
there was
Let's-
very little forethought that went into it, and that's why it got all cocked up like that.
yeah.
Let's leave, and then we'll come back once we have a better grip.
Oh, I'm Wagnarok.
Say,
It's
Bless
say,
you.
say again.
Wagnarok.
Wagnawak.
Wagnawak.
No, you're not saying it right. Wagnarok.
Did you say
Wagnawak.
bless you?
I did.
He is
Sorry.
okay. Give me one more time.
Sorry, my tongue is new, so I
tongue
can't
is
pronounce
new.
my hours yet.
What do you mean your tongue is new?
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
What do you wait? Yeah, I'm with Merv on this one. What do you mean your tongue is new?
No, he said it, Ragnarok. Oh, the new
Your
tongue.
tongue. Yeah.
I've only had it for 3 months.
What do you mean?
So before I didn't have the tongue like this, and he'll stick it out. No, it was only created 3 months ago.
The tongue was what?
Well,
Walk and talk. Snap and start walking down the street.
I mean,
Fu-
what was the
fun-
tongue before it was created?
Fun story,
Created.
actually. This whole body was created about 3 months ago.
So you're 3
I-
months old.
No, 180.
Okay, what were
What?
you before this?
Oh, I was a familiar.
What?
I look down at Basar.
Mm, not unlike
Yo.
that.
His
But I
eyes
never
just
took that fall.
blink sideways in the way that they do.
Fucking familiar were you?
What?
Who's familiar were you?
Oh, my wizards.
Okay.
Who's your wizard?
Oh, she's gone.
What was her name, Umeli?
No, silly. I'm looking for Umeli.
Do you know
Okay,
about
you can see how that would have been confusing, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
So
Well,
I was sent by Boakas to find Umeli. So far I've been watching the place for a couple days now, and I haven't seen her.
Well, that's a relief.
Not really.
Well, I mean, she definitely means she's not where we need her to be so we can find her, but it does mean that we are significantly less likely to have been caught at that moment.
That is true. Fair enough. What time is it here? What time is it now?
It's like 2:30.
It's like 5:30.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
Like, the day is not moving.
okay, Wagnawak.
No,
we're gonna
you can say Wagnawak.
I think he wants
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, yeah.
Thank you.
We'll be back here. We're gonna go fuck around in the hills for a bit.
Why is Umeli there?
No, maybe, but probably not.
Hag hunted.
Yeah, we're gonna go
I
try to fight a hag for some reason.
was go immediately wide. Have you ever fought a hag before?
No,
Why are you going on a hag hunt then?
I don't know, do-goodery or some shit.
Listen, some of us have a code, okay?
I'm gonna start
He's got a
stepping
code.
to the edge.
Also, Dom's friend might be there.
Hmm.
He's got a friend.
He doesn't look like he has many friends.
Oh,
Okay.
Most of
damn.
them seem to be dead, so
Oh my
he's not wrong.
god.
All the more reason to make sure this one doesn't join the others. What the
yeah, I don't know. I'm in a bit of a mood right now.
I'm just
Don't
gonna
we have
throw-
like another 5 or 6 hours to kill? Why don't we head back to the Red Meadery?
Agreed. Yeah.
I fought a hag before. If you need help, I can help. As long as you
Be-
promise to help me find Umeli.
Wonderful. Join us at the Red Meadery. Drinks are on you.
Oh, I don't have a lot of money.
Well,
We'll
then
figure
you'll
it
just
out.
tell us.
He gives us a big smile.
Can I go do my like heel hunt real quick?
Well,
Your what?
my his heel hunt, don't you know?
Your heel hunt?
His hag hunt. As you head back to the Red Meadery with Wagnawak in tow, we are definitely going to end session because we're well over.
Yeah. I have to go. Good night, everybody.
Good night, man.
Good night.
I appreciate everybody hanging on there.
I'd shudder to think of what the class for Wagnawak is.
Doug, do you want me to show
Barbarian.
your character art in game?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Ragnarok is a barbarian.
I'm really putting
Art
together
school.
like the lisp a little
that
bit
was-
in the voice, like in the picture, and it's not adding.
Oh
I'm really-
no.
What
like,
do you
I'm-
mean?
I'm really trying to picture like this figure saying Wagnawak.
Well, I was trying to think of a character that was like recently created, and I was like, language is hard, specifically ours, so they're gonna have a hard time pronouncing those. That's the entire reason behind the voice.
It is.
Fair enough.
It's incredible.